Rias, Zach Anonymous, not at all the only ordained deacon on the air. That's definitely not him. For sure, we know that much.
Got a little echo going on.
Yeah, I'm getting some weird echo here. I don't understand what's going on there. That's very strange. Anyway, hopefully I can figure all that stuff out.
No, it ain't.
No, it's not. It's back. No, this is really unfortunate. Okay, there we go. I think I got it sorted. That was strange. It's like somebody changed all my settings. Who's been in my laptop?
The elf on the shelf?
I don't like that at all. Nobody's supposed to be messing with this.
Might be it's the elf on the shelf season, so that's
got to talk to one of my kids. Older,
about to pull out the strap on him.
Little older, he's orchestrating some. He's starting to learn some technology, and may have to have a discussion with him because he's not supposed to be in Daddy's laptop settings. All right, so we are of course live from the Family Leisure Studios, and I hope you guys are having a good Monday morning. Obviously, we have a million things to talk about, and one of them, of course, is your name is honoring Ja Moranthony Sane. We'll certainly talk about what was a spectacular preseason debut for Ja Morant and a good debut for the Grizzlies as they were victorious over the Timberwolves. They'll play them again tonight in Minnesota in a preseason game number 2. We'll certainly discuss that. Less successful the Tigers on the basketball side anyway, as they went to Atlanta and it's just not working. It's not
just
working.
Another character building loss for the Tigers.
It's not working, man. I don't know. We have to discuss where things are right now with Tiger basketball because it's not working. So we'll talk about that coming up. Tiger football more successful. A kind of a up and down, but ultimately very up, inspiring last-minute victory, a nice way to kind of, get a little life and pump a little something positive into a season that's certainly been tumultuous, like most everybody else with opt-outs and coronavirus and reschedules and this all sorts of things. They've made their bowl appearance in the Montgomery Bowl official. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the victory over Houston. We got Isaac Simpson coming up later on in the show to talk about all of that from Rivals and more. He's gonna be on the Aux today, and he'll join us to talk at 9:30 about all those sorts of things. So looking forward to all of that, and obviously we'll get into the rest of college football too, including Auburn looking for a new coach, an incredible victory for LSU, and I guess the flip side of that would be an incredible loss for Florida. We'll talk about where things stand in college football after this weekend too, and what's next for a few teams because it is starting to happen now. You're seeing some moves being made across college football. So we'll talk about all of that. How's the weekend, Anthony?
It was good, man. It was very good. Joy says she has real beef with you, though.
Oh, okay.
Real life beef.
I don't want that.
Yeah, she said your weather reporting was terrible.
I like to think of it as more just the weather just didn't cooperate with me. My reporting was good. It just did some stuff that was unpredictable.
You predicted Snowmageddon for Saturday, and it was like the best day of the year.
I certainly did not. I said it was going to be rainy.
Saturday might have been the best day of the year.
Which it was overnight while you were sleeping. It was nasty. It just got through earlier. It got knocked through earlier than it was supposed to.
Yeah, we
overnight it was terrible. I don't know if you were up. I was up late.
You weren't either. That just sounds convenient for you to say. Well, I was actually
up.
I
was because the dog was kind of snuffling and making some noise.
You just say your weather prediction was extremely wrong.
No, it was great. It was just slightly early.
I predicted Luka Doncic wouldn't be nearly as good as he is now, and I eat it. I have to eat it daily. Luka came back a little fat too, but I ain't gonna talk about that. But dude, you just got done playing. How you get fat that fast? But anyway, yeah.
That's Luka. That's just the way. That's the way Luka. That's the way Luka is. He always just looks kind of.
But just eat it, bro. Your weather prediction was terrible.
It was
Saturday
great. It was great. It was just too early. It was great. It was just too early. That's all it was. It was great. It was a great forecast. Just slightly too early. That's it. Like just running some great plays, just running them just the wrong times. That's what happened.
Yeah, exactly. I got you, brother.
That's what the coaches always say. I called great plays. We just called them at the wrong times. It just didn't quite work out. But I hope you were able to enjoy the weekend.
We were.
In spite of my inaccurate forecast, which
Had a great weekend.
it is worth what you pay for it. I can tell you that. Today, it's going to be cold. It's not going to rain or snow, but it's going to feel real cold, like high 30s, low 40s kind of thing. So, it ain't getting a lot warmer than this for a while, at least towards the weekend. But this is what it's going to be. So, get used to waking up and having it be like 25 degrees, because that's coming here pretty soon. Now, as we mentioned, all that stuff on the weekend. If you want to join us, you can. 67129 on the First Bank text line. I'm happy to report that everything appears to be up and running for us. I can't speak for everybody. Google's having a huge outage this morning. Gmail is down for a whole bunch of people, and including Zach, apparently. There's all kinds of issues going on. YouTube is down. This may affect Coach Speak. I don't know if we're going to – I didn't want to say anything about Coach Speak because I'm not sure how if we're going to that's going to be technically dependent. So we'll see how that goes.
No, we're good. We're good to go, man.
We're good on Coach Speak? Okay.
We're good.
All right, good. All right, well, that makes me – I was nervous about that. I thought the YouTube thing might adversely affect our Coach Speak, but we'll see. So, yeah, Google's down this morning. But our text line is not down, so you're good to go. If you want to text us, 67129. 67129 on the First Bank text line. Those of you that do stream on YouTube, obviously you may have some issues while they get everything sorted out. There was apparently some kind of a cyber attack. Do you know anything about this?
No, not at all.
Me neither.
It might be one of the kids that works it's at my part-time job. They did this. Just to be honest with you.
Oh, you got some kids that are.
Yeah, man. Funny story. I work for the Y part-time for the virtual learning thing, where kids are. It's kind of wild because like kids can't go to school, but they're literally inside these buildings in their school. Like it's like okay, it's just school broke into pieces. You know what I mean? It's like kids splattered across the city, but it's school. But got kids in there, man, who have learned to hack everything and can like go into each other's classes. Like it's some of the wildest things you've ever seen in your life. Like man, you might have the cure for cancer in your brain. You know what I mean? If you could do that, you probably could do anything.
Kids are motivated.
Yeah, man. When you give kids like technology and time, like they can come up with some wild stuff, bro. Like those kids, like have gotten those computers and done some of the wildest things possible with those cheap tablets they have. They've like hacked all kind of stuff. Like, how are you doing this?
I don't know. Well, hopefully they can help solve these problems.
Hopefully they can cut YouTube back on.
Yeah, because there are definitely some issues that are happening throughout.
This tends to happen around the holidays, though. Like I remember one time.
Has it happened like this? I don't.
Yeah,
remember
somebody hacked PlayStation's network like on Christmas Day. It's like it was you remember that?
Yeah, it was
like PlayStation and Xbox got hacked by somebody.
Yeah,
on Christmas Day. So all those games and stuff were just like.
For a brief moment, they almost lost their minds. Man.
Yeah,
and it caused them to change everything. Like they changed their whole system after a while because of it. I remember that.
Well, that was a targeted attack. So this one I don't know. This one I don't know about, but it's causing some problems. Google Classrooms, which we're on Google Classrooms for our virtual thing. So hopefully that's going to be squared away, or else it could be a really strange morning.
We're on Microsoft Teams.
We're gonna see how all that plays out. But anyway, that may affect you on YouTube if you're watching there. So I would suggest you go find another outlet to watch, perhaps our app, or perhaps try Twitter.
YouTube
or
seems to be working.
I don't. It's definitely an outage that's affecting certain people, certain networks and stuff. So it's not completely. It is funny though because a lot of people are finding out that the idea to have a like sort of Google Home kind of thing is this is when it's not so good. Like when you use the Google Assistant to like, hey, turn on my lights. Hey, turn on my this.
Right,
whatever.
now you can't do nothing.
Yeah, when you can't turn on nothing. You're sitting in the dark.
Right.
Some people don't even have light switches.
So you can't override that with a light switch.
Well, some people take them out because they like the fact they like their house to be nice and streamlined. Some people have it all like whatever, all virtual.
No, I gotta have some override because if it's all what if your Wi-Fi goes out or your power goes out?
The Wi-Fi goes out is fine, and the power theoretically, if you have like a backup power source, you should be okay. But this is where you don't have a backup. You have no control over this. I'm good on this too.
I think I would do something like that.
Sitting in the dark in my daughter's room, really rethinking my smart home decisions.
Right. If I was the person that would hack something like that, like Google, and I could get into the Google Home stuff, I would like immediately play like the "I Got Five on It" scary mix from from Us. I mean not Us. Us.
Yeah.
Just straight up, just creep them out. Like
what? I play the scariest music possible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's certainly it could happen. Weird things could happen as a result of this. All right, so all of that, please join us. You can also dial us up on the First Bank. Phone lines 360-8255, 901-360-8255. We are up and running, and again on the chat. If it's working on your streaming service of choice, great. Feel free to chat as well on the First Bank chat line. It comes right to us in the Family Leisure Studio, so we'd certainly love to hear from you. It's exciting times. It's fun times. We shall see how things go. Now, let's start with the good news from a Memphis standpoint. The Tigers victorious. And kind of putting a capper on a really wild last few weeks. Been some ups, been some downs, but this was a wild one. And in the end, they get it done, 30-27. They do advance into the bowl picture. We knew that already. They're going to play in the Montgomery Bowl against the FAU. But it is it's a good capper for a really tricky season. And it's been, I got to feel it's been tough, man. To think about Ryan Silverfield in his first year, and coming in the Cotton Bowl preparation, getting himself kind of acclimated in that whole crazy scene with Mike Norvell leaving, and then having no spring, then having this sort of a weird, crazy COVID affected year. I got to give him credit because nothing about his year in charge has been normal. And he's been here for a year now. Nothing about it's been normal. And, he's put together and his players have put together a very, very solid, very respectable season under the circumstances. So I kudos.
Yeah, a lot of people, I'm not going to say a lot of people, because I learned oftentimes that the loudest voice is far from the majority. And most times, the loudest voice is far from the majority. And there are some people who are being critical of Coach Silverfield. I think if any situation merits a guy to get a pass, I think that it would be Coach Silverfield's job. This Tiger football program has had two great coaches. Program has really turned around over the last 10 years. And to still have a winning season, to go through the things he's gone through as far as losing players, losing key roles, key position players, skill position players, and to still put together a team that's a winning team, even though we've been contending for conference championships for the last maybe 5 or 6 years. And, to have a year that's a little step down, I mean, I think it'd be crazy to be anything but excited about what Coach Silverfield is doing, hoping he can get his recruiting up to replace some of the guys that he lost and he'll lose this year. But I'm excited about it. But did you at one moment think that this Memphis-Houston game wasn't going to come down to the wire? I remember cutting this game off like, okay, yeah, the Tigers won. Let me get ready for the basketball game. Then I cut back on like, what in the crap happened? Like we were up the whole game. With Memphis versus Houston,
got
what do you
weird.
expect? Yeah.
It got weird, yeah, and there's no question. It got weird. But then defensively, the Tigers looked really, really good for a while. I mean, Houston didn't score for 3 quarters. And then next thing you know, in their last 4 drives, they're scoring 3 touchdowns, and you're thinking, But that is sort of apropos. That's kind of been the season. They've had really good moments, and they've had some really bad moments. So they got it done ultimately, but it was a little scary. It was a little scary, but I think appropriate, honestly, that it came down to Riley Patterson who ends up with a 47-yarder to win the game. He's been such a solid kicker for the program, and the Tigers have started cranking out lots of kickers, kicker after kicker. It's just been one of those things. Good for him. And these are two teams that are just kind of pretty solid, but not spectacular this year. And I give them a lot of credit for the way they've responded to all this. Shout out to Brady White, who is the all-time passing leader. We talked about that last week. He did indeed accomplish that goal, passing Danny Wimprine for the mark, 246 yards for the game in this one. 19-1 at the Liberty Bowl in his career for Brady White. Very impressive.
Yeah.
Calvin Austin also passed the 1,000-yard mark, only the fourth player in Memphis history to do that. Really thrilled for Calvin, and I think unfortunately for him, he's miscast as a number one receiver, which he kind of has to be right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he's at this point in his career. And I mean, again, he's still young, but I think as a number two or man, I think he's going to be spectacular. And I think he's going to get a look at the next level. He's so fast that he's electric out there. So congratulations to him too. It's been a like I said, man. Every program can say it, and it's true. It's been a wild, crazy, nuts, wacky year, but a lot of things to be proud of for that program.
Right. Something strange I always think about with Memphis football is the amount of guys who were like walk-ons and now they're like super good players. Like how does that happen? And it seems like it happens in Memphis more than in other schools. Like is that a scheme? Is that a scheme thing? Like is that their style of play that kind of helps? It kind of can overinflate how good a guy might actually be. Not trying to down these guys, but how does that happen? Like how do you have guys that are walk-ons at a team that's not even an elite team, and then you look up and he's Anthony Miller in the NFL? Like how does that happen? You know what I mean?
Well,
I think about the same thing.
A lot of it
with
is
Ja Morant.
scheme.
Like I don't think people really understand how unlikely Ja Morant's story is to be. Like how does that happen?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just a. A lot of it is right place, right time. A lot of it is maximizing, good coaching and good, good opportunity. I mean, in the case of Calvin Austin, he was always like, he was on a track scholarship really just for the numbers of, kind of knowing that he played football, but he wouldn't take up a football scholarship kind of thing.
Okay.
They always had an idea that he was going to play football and going to be part of it. Now, was he going to be this big of a part of it? I mean, probably not. But circumstances arose, and that's what he was. He's more of a specialist kind of guy. Last year and into this year, but he was pushed up into the four, and he's really stepped up, and kudos to him. Man, sometimes programs have better opportunities for walk-ons. There's always, I think there's a lot of really talented players who slip through the cracks, who aren't given the same opportunities, who aren't given the chance to shine for whatever reason. And, I think some programs do a better job of having an open mind to walk-ons, because I think there's lots of walk-ons that you've seen over the course of, every year there's quite a few that step up and end up being, really big-time guys. It's just like draft picks, like undrafted players, I mean, if you truly have a program that's open to everybody and you don't stack the deck and you don't, prejudge about what a guy is based on where he was drafted or where he was recruited or all that, that can help, because there's definitely some guys out there that really want it and push for it. So Memphis has done a good job of allowing those guys to shine.
Yeah, it's a strange occurrence that you have here to have guys who come out of nowhere, step up and just play those big roles. Maybe it's something that happens more around the country than I recognize, but just to see it here in Memphis is truly it's truly fascinating. Like I mean, because Austin's not really he wasn't the guy that, like you said, was a plan to be your first, second, or even maybe third receiver, and he stepped up because he has to, and he's looked like an incredible receiver and a go-to guy. At times he's had some rough stretches as well, but for the most part he's really stepped up into that role.
Yeah, I think so. So kudos to them, and as a Texter points out Peter was on the Calvin Austin bandwagon early. Well, I mean, I had a little bit of a cheat card there because I covered Calvin in high school, so
Right.
I was pulling for the kid. But I love seeing it, man. I love seeing it because he's a great kid, great. His dad, always had fun talking to his dad before games and stuff. Love the family, and man, just an awesome kid with a ton of talent, legit track star speed, like not like, oh, he's football speed fast. Like, this guy's track fast. Take off all the pads, all that stuff. That dude's, winning track meets.
Mm-hmm.
He is incredibly fast. So love to see him get the opportunity, and love even more that he's taken that opportunity and run with it. So man, like I said, if I'm at the next level, you cannot. Speed is something that, real speed.
It's universal.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's a game changer. So he's going to get a look, and I think he should. He's awesome.
I'm glad you mentioned. I'm glad you mentioned that you covered high school. I mean, high school sports for years. We all know that. Just real quick before we go to the break, has there ever been a kid who you saw and had no clue why he didn't play D1? Like a guy that was incredible, who you thought like it makes no sense why that kid.
There are lots of kids that looked incredible and just didn't get offers for whatever reason. We almost every year we would talk about, like, why did player X not get a look, or why was he only getting looks from like low major schools, or like D2s or something like that. Yeah, man, every year. And sometimes those are the kids that you see who transfer in from junior colleges or from other places and end up having a good run. And sometimes there's off the field stuff that I don't know about, or that we don't know about, that affects it. Sometimes it's grades. But yeah, man, there's a lot of talent out there, man. There really is. When we come back, we're going to talk about a lot of talent too, and we'll talk about the Tiger basketball side, who do have a lot of talent, but it's just not coming together, man. It's just not happening right now. They took a loss to, frankly, not a very good Auburn team, and I don't know, Anthony. We got questions. There's a lot of questions we're going to talk about. We'll also talk about John Morant in a spectacular performance for the Grizzlies in preseason action. We'll talk about some other good stuff, including rookies looking good and all kinds of things. So plenty of good stuff coming from the Grizzlies, but we got to sort through some unpleasant stuff about the Tigers. 360-8255, 67129 on the First Bank text line, First Bank phone lines. We love to hear from you here in the Family Leisure Studios. Just getting started on a Monday. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
You have opinions?
I think they got a lot of athletic ability.
We want to hear them.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you.
Call us on the First Bank phone line at 360-8255 or text us on the First Bank text line at 67129.
Hey, I heard that you just got a new car.
Yes, I sure did, and I could not believe how simple it was.
Really? Tell me what happened.
I bought my car at Cars Inc. They are family owned, and the choices of cars were the best I've ever seen. They even said they could price match with anyone and help me with whatever financing I needed.
Wow, it does sound like they know what they are doing.
Their family has been in the car business for over 30 years, and they're excited about being in Memphis.
Where are they?
5095 Cummington Way, and their phone number is 901-623-7180.
Tired of waiting on your sportsbook? Waiting for deposits and withdrawals? No more waiting with Action 24/7. We're cutting out the middleman. Deposit or withdrawal in cash. Action 24/7 has more than 100 partners in Tennessee for cash deposits and withdrawals. Visit action247.com for a location. Cash deposits and withdrawals from your Tennessee sportsbook. Action247.com. You got action.
Must be 21 or older and in Tennessee. For problem gambling support, call 800-889-9789.
Jim Gray from Westwood One here with a Monday Night Football preview, sponsored by Prilosec. Treat your frequent heartburn with Prilosec OTC. We wrap up Week 14 with AFC North action when the Browns host the Ravens. Baltimore broke a 3-game losing streak last week with the return of Lamar Jackson and a win over Dallas. But now they face a very hot 9-3 Cleveland team. Baker Mayfield threw for 4 touchdown passes in the first half of their 41-35 win over the Titans.
Back in the spring, our foundation that we laid about our goals, we're all on the same page. So when you get a group that's hungry and works for the same things, that's when it really gets special. So it's all about us right now, and that needs to be our focus.
Kevin Harlan and Hall of Famer Kurt Warner will call all the action when the Browns host the Ravens on Monday Night Football.
Remember to listen to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NFL all season long, right here on Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
Hey, frequent heartburn may keep you from running your A game, but it doesn't have to anymore. Join the Prilosec OTC 2-week challenge. Just go to prilosecotc.com. You'll get $3 off to get you started, plus 14 days of tips, tricks, and reminders. Just 2 weeks, zero heartburn. Go to prilosecotc.com and sign up today. Zero heartburn is possible with Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Taking on that next oil change yourself is a great idea. We can help you get started. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Castrol Edge full synthetic motor oil and an STP extended life oil filter for just $31.99. You can even get it all fast your way with our next day delivery or free same-day store pickup. Getting the job done just got easier. Restrictions and details at AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. When you visit Navy Liquor at 7866 Highway 51 in Millington, you'll be treated like family by friendly, knowledgeable staff. Select are your favorite bourbon, vodka, scotch, beer, tequila, gin, and rum, as well as wines from all over the world. An amazing selection of sakis, too. Coldest beer in town. Beer kegs are available. Any beer, any wine, any liquor. You got the Navy Liquor hookup. Come see us, holiday or any other occasion. Navy Liquor, corner of Highway 51 and Navy Road in Millington.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies, we will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Fiveash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Fiveash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing is what we do. We're here for you.
Good news. Southland Casino is now back open. That's right. The most spacious casino floor in the Mid-South is ready to welcome you back to the action with live blackjack, roulette, craps, and all your favorite slots. The action kicks off every day at 9 a.m. and rolls all the way till 5 o'clock the next morning. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and make the short drive to Southland. We're ready for you. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Sports 56 traffic.
So we got a crash on Pleasant Hill Road at Holmes Road. Also crash on Thomas Street at Watkins Street. Crash on Shelby Drive at Malone Road. Also in Millington, we have a crash on Navy Road. And also we have an injury crash on Hawkins Mill Road at Fraser Raleigh Road. And that is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Don't worry about a thing.
Okay.
Every little thing gonna be all right.
Isaac wants to know we're going to try to talk Tiger basketball in this segment.
So what now?
I said Isaac wants to know we're going to talk Tiger basketball in this segment.
Sure, why not?
Because every little thing gonna be all right.
Oh, I get what you're saying. He didn't actually you just said that as a play on words based on the song.
I said that as a cute little.
I got you, bro.
kind of an ad lib. I like to be a little fast and loose with the show, a little ad lib.
And with your weather reporting, just fast and loose, just saying whatever.
That's right. Like your policy with paying a cable bill or not, just fast and loose, just whatever.
Yep. Hey, I actually
watching shows.
I actually watched the Grizzlies game on the actual stream, like bootleg stream. And I felt kind of glorified in doing it.
Kind of old school?
They had to go because I'm kind of a bougie stream watcher. Like I don't do the free link thing. But I have a service that I watch games on that I pay for. So it wasn't working. Mm-hmm. The game came on late, so I had to go to do what the commoners do, and I watched the game via just a straight up link. Then I shot it to my TV.
How'd you like that? How'd you like that?
It was cool. No ad interruptions. It was sweet, man. It was a little. It had a little lag to it though. Like it wasn't smooth, but it was sweet. It was smooth on my computer, but once I shot it to the TV, it wasn't. It kind of fell off a little bit. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
That's unfortunate.
I enjoyed doing what you common people do. It was good. Although I'll never pay for cable like the rest.
It's not what I do, but I don't know about anybody else. But
yeah,
we won't get into what I do. Anyway, point being, it's all in the middle of all this. We were watching the Grizzlies game. We'll talk about the Grizzlies coming up at 8:00. Now, before the Grizzly game, the prelude to it, and it kind of overlapped. The beginning of the Grizzly game and the end of this one overlapped. Auburn 74, Memphis 71 in Atlanta. In the Pit Boss Grills special or whatever the holiday hoops game. I don't know what that was.
It was like a Thanksgiving. Like what are we talking about?
Giving.
Nothing is weirder than having a Thanksgiving related neutral site game in a pandemic when nobody can be there in December. It's just none of it made any sense.
None of it. Including the fact
and
that
then on the field and on the court it didn't make a lot of sense to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
As we watched the team play. Tigers fall to 4-3, and I don't know. And Anthony's saying, "What? I'm just, I don't know."
Do we really have to talk about this? Is it?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. I'm afraid we do. Yeah, we got to get into it.
Yeah. So here's the thing. And it played out like most Memphis games do, and Memphis is one of the most athletic teams in probably all of college basketball. The talent of being athletic is something they're very talented in.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that's a talent. I mean it's a definite ability that can help you win games. And I think that they overwhelm teams a lot when they first come in because they're pressing all over, they're pressing, trapping, they're super fast. You turn the ball over, they're coming down the court on a 3-on-1 breaks, and they're just they will intimidate you in the beginning of the game because they're so fast, they're so athletic. But because they get out to these early leads in every game, and then once teams kind of figure you out a little bit and they're not overwhelmed anymore, they just outskill you and eventually beat you. I was like, okay, Memphis is up in this game. They were up the whole game. It's like, well, I think Memphis is going to lose this game because I think once Auburn slows down and starts playing half-court basketball and gets Memphis to play half-court basketball, Memphis is going to lose. And it played out just the way I thought it would. And it's frustrating, man, because we've talked about this at length. We talked about this a few weeks ago. Penny has a bunch of guys, man, and I talked about this on Facebook as well. All 4 and 5 star, all 4 stars, all 5 stars, they're not created equal. You know what I mean? Because Penny has a lot of kids who, in my eyes, were obviously alphas on their high school teams or on their AAU teams, but they're not good enough to be alphas in college basketball. Just like when it comes down to the NBA draft, I'm not a fan of do everythings in college because that means more than likely you're not good enough to do any of those things in the NBA because you're a low level alpha in college, so you're probably not you can't be an alpha in the NBA. So I'm not a fan of those type of guys. But and Penny has a team full of guys who have an alpha mentality, like they're just the man and they're this, they're that, but they're not. Like they're not. And they're not. I mean, they're just not that level guy. But they're also refusing to be role players, and they have horrible basketball IQ. Like how is Alex Lomax in his junior year? His decision making is worse now than it was when he was a freshman. Like I'm like, and a guy got on me on Twitter about saying like, bro, whatever you're saying may be true, but what I said is true as well. Like Memphis and people talk about, well, I think if this team had James Wiseman last year, they would. No. You're not going to win. You're not going to make any type of run with guard play that bad. Like, their guard play is terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Like, I don't care who your big man is. You can have Anthony Davis out there on that Tiger team, and they still be getting trounced because your guard play is terrible. They have hard.
No, if they had Anthony Davis, they would beat Auburn if they had Anthony Davis. I'm going to say they would have won that game.
There were people saying that Memphis would have been like a Final Four level team last year if we just threw Anthony. No. If we just threw James Watson, they wouldn't have. Like, their guard play is horrible. Like, their guards make horrible decisions. Like, when they come down there's a lot of frustration what I'm saying because the game was extremely hard to watch. It's like if Memphis is on a break, whatever the worst decision to make is, that's more than likely what you're going to see play out on the court. That doesn't work sometimes, yes, but it's also the worst possible decision you can make. And it was at the point where, like you said, the games overlapped. The Tiger basketball game overlapped the Grizzlies game.
Yeah.
After watching that game, now you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of college basketball, today's college basketball, period.
No.
But after watching that game, a preseason game in a pandemic with teams we haven't played in forever, between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Minnesota Timberwolves looked like the best display of basketball I've ever seen in my life compared to what I had just watched.
Because it was significantly better.
I was like, this is terrible. Like our guards are. Now, do I put blame on this for Penny? Yes, Penny does take blame in this. Am I tripping about Penny's part? I mean, Penny will get it together. I'm sure he will. But he's got to recruit different types.
I love how you walk all the way up to that ledge, and you will not
but
besmirch the good name of your friend Penny Hardaway.
He's got to recruit different types of kids, man. Like a lot of these kids that Penny got, they were available. He got them because they were available, and that makes sense. And they were available for a reason. Like a lot of these guys that Penny got.
I hope DeAndre Williams is really good.
Yeah, and
I hope this kid is really good.
And that's the thing too. Like, and I'll say this: when Isaac Simpson comes on, he's probably going to have a more intelligent take than what I have. But to me, it seems like if I'm having problems getting this kid eligible, let me treat him like a kid that's injured, more so than treat him like he's a pending part of the team. Because if you're running all of your sets through this kid, he ain't out there when you're playing games, man. And you guys. Offense looks atrocious. And, man, people going to be mad at me. I don't care. This is Memphis. We close, and I know people, whatever. DJ Jeffries, man, like, when I see him with the ball in his hand, like, dribbling the ball up court, stop telling me that dude's a wing, man. He's not. Like, he's not a guard. He's not a wing. Like, he's not. And that's fine. He can be one of the best power forwards in college basketball. Like, the whole illusion that no, stop. He's not.
Yeah, he's got to stop believing that because he's the one.
Not.
He believes it. He's the one who's out there because if he put up some good numbers. Like he had a good statistical game.
Right.
If you just look at the box score, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Like okay, 7 of 14 shooting. It's just when he becomes the decision maker. He's a terrible decision maker.
I saw him get the ball and got an offensive foul. I was like, dude, why are you even handling the ball like that? Like, bro, be KD, be Carmelo Anthony. Operate.
If he wants to attack off a closeout,
yeah,
no
exactly.
problem. Like, but you don't need to be orchestrating the offense.
No,
like
man,
it's not.
Stop it. Like in.
And then there's a lot of that isolation things where he wants to go one-on-one and show that he can do a step back or do some. Stop.
And that's the thing about when you got local kids. And I'm not going to say don't get local kids, but you have to be selective when you get local kids because these guys when they're local and they're playing near their friends, near their family, they've got people in their ear. They've got people who, and you can't say nothing about them on the radio.
Everybody's gassing them up.
Right.
Everyone's gassing them up about you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that.
Yeah, and like man. It's like Jarvis Greer right now, another pop star in Memphis media. I'll read his text in a minute. It's pretty lengthy. I can't read it on the air and not sound like an idiot. But it's just guys who they're good players. They're fine, but they play way too fast, and the offense allows for them to make too many decisions on their own, and they're just not that smart. Like, and I hate to say it, but they're just not. You need to totally simplify the offense. Playing way too many dudes. I don't.
Well, the thing is that it seems to me the problem that I've had from the very beginning, and I know you. I mean, for context, people have to understand that Anthony Saints sent me and Zach a picture in our group chat over the weekend. He sent us a picture of young Anthony Saints at the age of was that like 10 or 11?
No, that was like freshman year of high school.
What? Oh man, you look super young.
Yeah, I know.
So young Sane is with Penny, and you know, in the camp and the whole thing. And so he's so you know, Anthony Sane's love of Penny Hardaway goes deep. I get that. I know it's hard to see your heroes struggle. I understand that. I love Penny, great guy, all that stuff. You know, so it's the same thing with a lot of these coaches. I had no problem personally with Josh Pastner. I like these guys personally. It's just Penny's style of coaching is not.
It don't
working.
match with them.
It's
kids.
not working.
It ain't
it's
working.
not working. It ain't working. It's not working. It's not gonna work. It hasn't worked for 3 years. Hasn't changed really in 3 years, and it puts a lot of expectation and a lot of weight on the shoulders of guys who are not prepared to handle it. You know, it puts a lot of decision making and a lot of you know, I think it's simple enough in theory. And when you watch Ja Morant and you say, yeah, man, just run some high screen and roll and then dribble in, and then, you know, either make a floater or make a nice pass. Like it looks easy. Like, of course you could do that.
And he's running a pro style offense. He's pros.
Alex Lomax ain't Ja Morant. Right. Alex Lomax ain't Ja Morant. Damian Ball ain't Ja Morant. Lester Quinones ain't Ja Morant. Boogie Ellis ain't Ja Morant. No. And they're not Penny Hardaway either. And you got to structure it a little bit more. I'm not saying you got to run, you know, set plays every time. This doesn't have to be, you know, every little detail and just script it out and all that. But it also has to be, you got to have a little more help for these guys because they are not making decisions on their own that are.
Nah, man.
And Penny talks about how he's like, I'm devastated by this. Well, I mean, you're setting them up to fail, my man. I love you, but you're setting them up to fail, and that's what you're.
Yeah,
that's what we're
Penny's he's got to either get kids who actually can fit that style of play, high IQ kids, or abandon it. Like he's got to do something else, man. Because what they're doing, letting these kids, giving it up to them to make these type of decisions, they're not. He just ain't got it, man. And it's
well, and the texter points out. Texter points out about free throw shooting too. You know, Tigers are 11 of 23 from the foul line, so 48%. Auburn 14 of 26. So combined, these two teams shot 50% from free throws on 50 free throw attempts. This was brutal to watch, man. Watching people just brick free throw after free throw. I mean, they miss half their free throws. These are high level D1 kids. What are we doing out here? It was DJ Jeffries 0 for 4 from the line, man. It's just
maybe we need to ask our good friend Amy Steigmeyer to ask Penny about the whole free throw situation.
Yeah. Come on now. Come on.
Let me see if she can get to the bottom of this. Let me read what Jarvis Greer said too, man. Jarvis said
wait. Let's do that after the break.
Okay, because it's a whole segment.
Let's get to Jarvo's text after the break. We'll get to the phone calls as well. We got some folks that want to talk a little bit about Tiger basketball. We'll get to that too when we return here. Sports 56 Mornings.
Get happy with Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. Weekday afternoons from 1 to 3 on Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Hey everybody, it's the best time of the year to come out here to Olive Branch and get that new All-Star Chevy Silverado or Tahoe or one of these perfect new Suburbans. This is the deal. We asked All-Star Chevy to get what everybody wants for the holidays, and guess what? they went out and got them, and the deals are spot on. Seriously, these will go fast, so come out this week if you can. All-Star Chevy has more new Silverados 2020 and 2021. Lots of the new third-row seating Traverses, and you could still get thousands in cash back. If you want pre-owned, Olive Branch is the place to be. Look, All-Star Chevy certified pre-owned Chevrolets, they have the best selection I've seen anywhere. And remember, it's not Mount Moriah or South Haven, not Collierville or the Pike. It's gotta be Olive Branch, people. And everyone at All-Star Chevy has one job, just one job, to make sure you have more fun, you get the best deal on what you want, and in record time. So find new roads to All-Star Chevy on Kraft Goodman Road in Olive Branch or online at allstarautogroup.com.
I hate Tom's Tulip Shop. It just smells so flowery. Like we're good at your flower shop. You don't need to remind us.
No matter how hard you work for your small business, online reviewers will find something to complain about.
I needed a fake plant. They don't sell fake plants. Thanks for nothing, Tom.
And while Progressive can't save you from these trolls, we can help you save money on commercial, auto, and business insurance.
Then he says, have a great day. I'll decide what kind of day to have.
Get a quote online today at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliated and third-party insurers.
Rocking around the Kia rides, have a happy holiday. That's right, Mid-South. Gossett Kia on the Pike is rocking away at the Kia Holiday Sales Event. Command the season. And gift wrapping is available on your 2020 Kia Forte $142 a month lease. 2021 Kia Soul $148 a month lease. Plus 2021 Kia K5 $192 a month lease. All just 36 months, $3149 due at signing. So get them what they really want this season, a new ride from Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike. Or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today. If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $3149 due at signing, 0 security deposit, $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, Forte ME 29910, MSRP $20,625. Sold M7755,682, MSRP $20,315, K5 MG 003199, MSRP $25,725. Includes all manufacturer rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license. With approved credit, warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Offer valid through 12/31/20. Dealer stock only.
There's a new commissary in town. In Collierville, Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levy Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
What's up, Memphis? This is former Memphis kicker Steven Gostkowski. I know you've heard of Platinum Jewelers by now. You've heard from former Grizzly Mike Miller and my man D'Angelo Williams tell you about them. Now take it from me, a two-time Super Bowl champ. Platinum Jewelers is the best in the business. When it's time for jewelry, make sure you give Platinum Jewelers a look before you buy.
Platinum Jewelers has a brand new location in Germantown at 9387 Poplar Avenue. Visit them or at 545 Perkins Extended in East Memphis or online at platinumjewelers.com.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
I see you shine in the night like a diamond in your eye.
Isaac Simpson bringing the playlist. He'll join us in hour number 3. You said you got a text from the legendary Jarvo.
Yes,
Jarvo!
Pretty lengthy. Jarvis, another pop star at Memphis Media. Tiger basketball just not mentally tough right now. Missing a lot of bunnies, 11 of 23 from the line. I went back and watched it, and all the numbers, bench points, hustle plays, blocks, etc., were really good, but turnovers and missed free throws killed them. Hopefully they'll figure it out. It's not a talent issue. There is talent. They just have to play smarter and finish plays that are finishable. He also said this right about the Grizz game. That was so much better. Ja is special. Makes college basketball unwatchable, as Lionel Hollins once said. Ja may be the worst thing that's happened to the Tigers. You can't watch him and do what he does. And Ja does have a lot of admirers on that Tiger team too.
Oh, of course he does.
Like
He has a lot of admirers on pretty much every team.
You're right. He's pretty cool because he's here. You know what I mean? He's boys with him. He hangs out. He's not much older than they are. He would have been younger than some of Calipari's players back in the day, but
that's true.
Fast break points were good too. Even with the blown opportunities, I was like, how did we not win this game? The missed layups and putbacks, geez, just not mentally tough. It's just something they can get, yeah. The key is how long will it take? DeAndre Williams will help, but the team has to get his basketball IQ up. It's terrible. It's terrible part of his mind.
Here's the thing. This team does not have a go-to guy.
No.
They haven't figured that out. If you look at the usage rate for this team this year, they have basically almost as even a 7-way split as you can in terms of usage when guys are on the floor. Nobody has more than 23, and nobody has less than 18. Among DJ Jeffries, Moussa Cisse, Landers Nolley, Lester Quinones, Boogie Ellis, Malcolm Dandridge, Alex Lomax. And for those that don't know, usage rate is who finishes the play. So who's the one who's out there finishing plays for you? Whether that could also incorporate an assist as well as the shot, but who's out there actually doing on the back end of the play, the most important. The bigger players have the higher usage rates. Typically, your stars will end up with a 28-30% usage rate, because if you split up, if you have 100%, like a pie with 100%, and you have 5 players, then everyone would start with 20%, right? That's kind of your baseline. And so the higher than 20% you get, that means the more shots you're starting to take away from other guys. And that's okay. You want your best players to take away shots from your not so good players. That's how it works. Usually there's a pecking order. 1 or 2 guys that kind of take a few more shots, and then everybody else kind of falls into their spacing and their understanding of the offense. That's why the Tigers being so even at this point of the year, Anthony, is not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That means nobody's really established themselves as like the guy, or everybody thinks they're the guy, but nobody is.
Y'all know who the man is on their team.
Which means that nobody's doing this.
Landers Nolley is the best player on their team.
It's got to be Landers Nolley. It's got to be Landers Nolley.
He plays like he's trying to not step on other dude's toes. Like, bro,
because he's not. He comes in late. He hasn't established himself in that locker room with those guys. He's kind of that's the problem with the transfer. Yep. He's kind of an outsider looking in on some of this stuff. He's the guy. Absolutely. He's shooting 40% from 3.
Didn't know that until the other day. He's shooting like 41% from 3. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like that dude. It's one pro on that team, man. It's one dude for sure that I think could go. It's 1.5 pros on that team. It's Moussa Cisse and Landers Nolley. Everybody else is stop it. Just stop playing like those other guys are pros. I mean, whatever. And I'm going to tell you what's going to hurt Penny. I'm going to tell you after the break, and then we're going to move off of this for now.
I think I know what you might be saying.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell you what's going to hurt him. I'm going to tell you what's going to get him killed. I know a decision he's going to make, and it's going to get him killed. We're going to talk about it later.
It's bad. It's just bad, man. It's bad. And if you take away the really like bad games that this team has played,
mm-hmm.
and you look at just the games against the better teams that they played, so you take away those 3 cupcake games.
Mm-hmm.
It's Boogie and it's Landers Nolley that have stepped up, basically. That's about it. I mean, it's rough. It's rough out here. It's rough out here, man. Coming up, hour number 2, we're going to get to Anthony's mysterious. What's the thing that's going to?
Oh, I'm going to predict the future. I'm going to predict the future on y'all this
and then we're going to talk about the Grizzlies, and I'm going to predict the future about the Grizzlies too. So we're going to do that when we return. Hour number 2 on the way. Stick around.
36-month leases, $31.49 due at signing, 0 security deposit, $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, Forte ME 299.10, MSRP 20,625, Soul M7755,682, MSRP 20,315, K5MG 003,199, MSRP 25,725, includes all manufacturer rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title license with approved credit warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Offer valid through 12/31/20. Dealer stock only.
Are you ready to be happy this holiday season? Well, we got you covered at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah. So come be happy with Kia's holiday sales event. Command the season. 2020 Kia Forte 142 a month lease. 2021 Kia Soul, 148 a month lease. Plus 2021 Kia K5, 192 a month lease. All just 36 months, $31.49 due at signing. Stay happy all season long with Forte 142, Soul 148, Kia K5 192. So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia 2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Before you drive the all-new Nissan Rogue, you gotta ask yourself, how rogue are you gonna go? We talking be one with nature in the desert rogue? Go snowshoeing in Alaska rogue? Or take the long way home just because kind of rogue? Just a question, but with 5 available drive modes, you're sure to find the answer.
Go rogue in the all-new, fiercely reimagined 2021 Nissan Rogue, now with the most standard safety features in its class. See Owner's Manual for important safety information. Auto Pacific segmentation. 2021 Nissan Rogue versus latest in market competitors. Base models compared.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
You hear the phrase a lot this time of year, happy holidays. But holidays are not always happy, particularly for guys grappling with a divorce that they didn't choose. These men need more than the help of a good lawyer. They need the hope and encouragement of a good friend.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Memphis attorneys. Online at CordellCordell.com. Office in Memphis, 6000 Poplar Avenue, Suite 225, Memphis, Tennessee, 38119.
First Bank is here to help you, whether you're a business looking for a loan to expand or refinance an existing one, a homeowner looking for a mortgage or home equity line, a consumer wanting to finance your dream car, or wanting a competitive rate on your CD deposits. Let First Bank try to handle your banking needs. Stop into one of First Bank's 3 local branches today, 6482 Poplar Avenue just east of International Paper, 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase, and 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or check them out online at firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's on Mid-South employee pricing for all during the Big Finish 2020. So get ready to save big with 2021 Jeep Renegade Latitude 4-wheel drive. IIHS Top Safety Pick $22,990 or $296 a month. Or power up with 2020 Dodge Charger $24,890 or $299 a month. And we're talking Ram Tough in a 2020 Ram 1500 Tradesman Crew Cab 4x2 $31,999 or $399 a month. It's time to get your ride on at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. So drive past the rest and come to the best. Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. 1901 Covington Pike or online at GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Almost finance through Chrysler Jeep Ram 3500 cash down, Charger 4500 cash down, 4.11 APR, Cherokee MD 15674, MSRP 28050, Charger XST LH 248 348, MSRP 32860, Ram LG 290 329, MSRP 37855, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 12/31/20, dealer stock only.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies, we will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Fiveash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Fiveash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing is what we do. We're here for you.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, W253DF Memphis, and WIVG Tunica Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
Still working a crash on Shelby Drive at Malone Road, crash on Navy Road, also injury crash on Hawkins Mills Road at Fraser Raleigh Boulevard. And that's your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Don't you know too much already. I'll only hurt you if you let
Why is Isaac Simpson trying to lull everybody to sleep on the roads out there?
Play these lullabies.
Come on, Isaac.
Hey,
It's a beautiful song. Don't
This
get
is
me wrong.
authentically Isaac, though. Like, Isaac has a very wide range of music that he likes. Like,
See, it's authentic.
Yeah, I can definitely sign off.
Authenticity is the
Yeah.
key for Anthony.
Yeah, don't
Sane,
come in with no
considering-
trash playlist knowing you don't listen to this stuff. We ain't doing that. Like Isaac would ride down the street bumping it. Like I'm pretty much street.
Windows down, bumping.
Yeah,
bumping.
this.
Can you bump this? I don't think you can bump this.
Play it loud, man. Play it loud.
Hour number 2 is here.
Lower octave keys sound good
yeah.
with the system. You know?
Oh, fantastic. I bumped some classical music one time. It was fun.
Yeah.
Pulled up in a gas station, windows down, just loud classical music.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? What's up, everybody? It doesn't have to be. You don't just have to bump like stuff with bass. It doesn't. You can bump whatever you want. Hour number 2 is here. Pete and Sane with you. Zach running the show. We got Coach B coming up. We've also got Sane about to tell you why Penny Hardaway.
Penny
is,
gonna mess up bad. I'm gonna turn on Penny when he do this. I know he's gonna do it.
One of the great heel turns coming here momentarily.
Oh,
As we mentioned, it's going to be cold. It's already cold. It will continue to be cold today and throughout the week. Overcast, no rain expected, but just kind of a yuck sort of looking day and probably a yuck feeling day for a lot of you out there on this Monday. But it's the look, we're getting closer and closer. Holidays are coming around, so get excited about that. You can text in 67129, dial up 360-8255. By the way, the Pistons have waived the LiAngelo ball. Jello ball.
No more Jello balls over.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes, I'm afraid it's grand opening, grand closing of that whole situation right there. All right, so Anthony Sane, Penny Hardaway, what's going to happen?
Man, you guys know this is hard on me to criticize Penny. I say this as I tweet out a picture of me and the OG, the king of Memphis basketball.
Yep.
Oh, man. I say this as I tweet this out.
I'm not sure you're saying it as you tweet it.
I'll just give me a minute, man. I've never
it's hard, man.
It's hard. I ain't never had to.
Why are you trying to tweet in the middle? You're literally tweeting in the middle of it.
I ain't never had to criticize the GOAT like this, man. This is hard. This is when I have to put down the pop star crown and become a media member, man. So I'm going to call it what it is. There's a decision that I know Penny's going to make. I can smell it because it's already lining up that way. DeAndre Williams hopefully comes back soon. At some point in the season, you're going to get DeAndre Williams back. And he's a 4. And he's probably going to be your starting power forward. So at that point, Penny's going to have to make a decision what he does with his lineup. We saw a lot of people say that, Penny's allowing A-Lo to kill him. Like, he's going to start getting killed for that. Yeah, facts. But we've seen Penny sit A-Lo tons of times. I feel like Penny's going to have – I believe his front court is going to be Moussa Cisse, DeAndre Williams, and DJ Jeffries. And I think he's going to bring Nolly off the bench. And he has this odd trust in DJ Jeffries where he says he's the best player on the team, all these type of things. DJ Jeffries leads the team in minutes, 28.7, averaging 12.4 points a game. Nolly averaged 26 minutes a game, 2 less than Jeffries. Leading scorer at 14.1, shooting 40.4% from 3. Was shooting 42% coming into the game the other night. Shooting 85% free throw percentage, 41% from the field. DJ Jeffries, 27% from 3, 66% from free throw line, 41% from the field. Takes more shots, scores less points, and more time. I think Penny's going to force this DJ Jeffries thing at the expense of Landis Nolly, who looks like he needs to be doing more. And because when he's out there, he doesn't have the freedom he had at Virginia Tech at all. But you can tell that he's got more in his tool bag than what he's actually showing. And he seems like he's deferring to the status quo of what's already there. And I don't understand why they use him that way. And I know Penny's going to do it. I know he's going to bring Nolly off the bench and he's going to start kind of tuning out. He's going to like either not be happy about it, or he's going to start tuning out. And I don't get it. It seems like you should be running so much more stuff for the guy who actually looks like some type of professional basketball player on the court, especially when you're playing a pro style system. I think Nolly is an incredible player, and I think he's the best player on the team. And I just wish they would showcase him more than what they're doing. And they're deferring so much for DJ Jeffries and whatever they're doing, Boogie or whatever they're doing, and it's insane. And I just don't get it. And Lester Quinones, God love him, God bless him. I think he's I don't get the force feeding of some of these guys. You know who's the smartest player on that team?
Who?
Freaking Jaden Hardaway.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Because he's got Penny's DNA. Who comes on the court and plays? Who comes on the court playing within themselves more than and playing their role, knowing what to do, knowing where to be on the court, not trying to do too much? Jaden Hardaway.
That's true. I think we need to see more Connor Glennon, personally. I think it's time to unleash.
Oh, no.
I think it's time to unleash the secret weapon.
Oh, no. No disrespect to the kid.
I don't know why. Not. I mean, he's
maybe
he's a specialist.
I don't know.
He's a specialist. Come on, man.
Maybe.
Come on. I think they need to start Jaden Hardaway and Connor Glennon and see what happens.
You know what?
You're probably see a lot more.
Peter, like low key, I was thinking that over the weekend. I was like, what if the next game Connor Glennon come and start?
Yes, because you know what? Hey, you know what? For real, if they started Jaden Hardaway, Connor Glennon, and Landers Nolly, 1, 2, 3, that team would know what was up. I guarantee you, Jaden Hardaway wouldn't take a bunch of weird shots. Connor Glennon wouldn't take any shot unless he was,
that game made me so
kicked
mad,
out
bro.
to him. He'd spot up. It wouldn't be. I don't think it's. Now I can't talk myself into this. That's not the worst idea in the world.
For real.
I've talked myself into this now. I was just kidding before, but now I think now I'm serious. I think that's a good idea. Why not?
It depends. It depends on how practice goes for Connor Glennon, man. If he's able to run the team,
the guy's perfect in practice. He's just
dribble,
standing
pass,
there waiting for the shot. Let's go.
Making the right pass, getting people.
Looks like me playing pickup, just standing there, just wait, just hands out. Let's go, right here. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Don't make me attack. Don't make me dribble. That's a bad idea. But
I just sit in this corner. Y'all just whip it over.
That's
here
right. That's right. I'm a spacer. I'm a floor spacer. I'm out there. I'm creating space for my teammates. That's what I like to do out there. All right. So let's talk about some more positive basketball news on the Memphis front. Let's talk about a team that has no problem with a point guard position whatsoever. The Memphis Grizzlies, as evidenced by Saturday night, the Grizzlies beat the Timberwolves 107-105. It doesn't really matter, about the score per se. It was more about the performance. They'll play again tonight, by the way. Same team, same arena. And man, there's a lot to like about this performance. A lot to like about what you saw. But to me, it begins and ends with Ja Morant, who was absolutely fantastic. I mean, if this is a indication of what his year 2 is going to be.
Hold on, stop.
Look out.
Hold on, stop. Did you hear me say that Jaden Hardaway is the best player on this team?
No.
Did anybody hear me say that?
No.
Except for this dumbass in the text line. You've lost it. Didn't nobody said that, man.
No.
Move on.
You said he was the. No,
he might have the best basketball IQ on that team.
The highest basketball IQ player.
That very well may be true.
I think that's probably true.
Because you look at guys whose dads are pro players, they might be the best players in the world, but they're typically smart on the court. Anyway,
he's definitely smart on the court. Man. You can watch him play. One of the red flags about this team is that when Jaden Hardaway goes out there and plays, he doesn't look. He looks normal and like a normal kid, and he doesn't look. He looks on their level, which is not. Because I don't think talent wise he should be in that mix, but he is. But from a basketball IQ perspective, absolutely. When he plays, he makes good decisions out there. He doesn't. I don't think he does anything. He plays within himself. I think he knows what kind of player he is. and that's a credit to him. So I agree with you there. Now let's get back to the good news. Ja Morant.
Ja Morant, the savior of Memphis basketball.
I mean,
Penny, just give me the crown, Penny. You gotta drop it off. Penny. I'm giving the crown to Ja. I mean, it's just like that, man. And one day,
listen, it was, and I encourage you. I put a little video thread together. If you didn't see it, I rewatched it last night and edited a bunch of stuff together because I was just kind of, I saw it Saturday. I'm like, man, let me go back and watch this, make sure it's what I thought it is. It was so easy for Ja. And this is not easy. What he's doing was not easy. He made it look so simple. You're talking about anytime he wanted to get into the lane, he got in the lane. He wanted some space. He wanted that floater. He got to that floater. He was whoever defended him, and they put some big guys on him.
Bigs on him. Yep.
They put Culver on him. They put Okogie on him. They put Rubio on him. They put whoever, and it didn't matter. He was taking anybody and everybody wherever he wanted to take them on the court. Stopped off, was passing, great vision. Had 3 or 4 missed bunnies. He should have had 15 assists in the game. He ended up with 11. He should have had 15. Just an awesome performance. And the three-pointer looked good. He looked like mid-season form, and this looked like all-star form. I mean, it was that little stretch at the end of the first half where he just completely dominated. Man, best player on the court, in a court with Karl Anthony Towns on it. An all-NBA type talent, and Ja was unquestionably the best player on the court. Off the charts, man. Off the charts performance.
Peter, are you satisfied with Ja's off-season workout, working on his jump shot? Are you satisfied?
He did work on everything. I think he was. I think he was.
Told your ass he worked on everything.
I don't think he was being now. See, I look at it differently. I don't think he was trying to be a little smart ass to me. I think he was just telling me the truth. I think he was just like, yeah, man, I work on everything. I guess I don't think he was. I think he just telling me very simply, which I appreciate because that's pretty evident that's what he worked on.
Bro, Ja is, and like when you watch college basketball and you see guys make an aggressive move to the basket and they can't finish the layup or just those type of things, and then you watch NBA players who just do their effort. If they take a shot in the paint, it's going in. It's almost effortless. And you see the things that Ja is doing. This particular version of the Grizzlies, if Coach Jenkins keeps doing what he's doing as far as his rotations, as far as keeping multiple smalls on the court and guys that can at least give you the threat of shooting threes, and playing Kyle Anderson as a 4, not as a wing, and Dylan as your 3 along with another guard. If you're doing that, you're creating more space for Ja. Good God, man. I'm not saying Memphis is going to be any type of great team, playoff team, but the style of play that they're playing right now can really open things up for Ja big time, especially when you get Jaren back. It's Desmond Bane had a great first game, knocked down 2 3-pointers. I think he had 12 points in his debut. As you see more minutes from him, it can only make Ja better because Ja with space and guys respecting shooters looked incredible. Plus with the effort that he's put in the offseason as well. And I'm down, man. I'm ready to see. Hey, we can't see Jonte Porter. Hey, we can't see Tilly right now. Hope those guys will get back out there soon because those are
Jaren
and Jaren. But yeah, I want to see. I love what the Grizzlies are doing, man. Like you said, we started the show talking about with Calvin Austin how you can have a guy who, if he's in the right system, if he's got the skill, if you're a guy who's able to shoot the basketball, whether you're a big name or not, the Grizzlies are betting on it. We've got guys that we know can knock down shots, whether it's Killian Tilly, whether it's Desmond Bane, whether it's Sean McDermott. We got guys that we know can hit shots. And we're going to put them on the court and see what they can do. And if they can create space for Ja, and Ja can create space for them, we think it can be, something we can be developing with over the years. So I'm down for it.
Well, see, that's the thing is the Ja creates so much space for them, and it ends up being a virtuous circle. If they can make those shots, because the fact is that you don't generate what they call gravity unless you take a bunch of shots. You can hit 1 or 2 shots. Like Kyle Anderson, he looked good shooting the corner 3. Dudes are not going to run and close out on Kyle Anderson, like he's Steph Curry.
Right.
because he hit a couple of those shots. You have to show that you are willing to take them on a high level. And that was the exciting thing about Desmond Bain. He looked like he was no problem taking it on a high level. Looked very comfortable, just putting it up. No worries. I mean, for Kyle Anderson, he looked great. He really looked improved. So those parts are all great. But man, Anthony, it comes down to Ja Morant. Period. End of story. When he's out there, when you watch him, and I like I said, I encourage you to go watch those videos I put up. Because you'll see when he dribbles into the lane and watch how all 5 guys immediately lock in on what he's doing. They have to be keenly aware of what's happening with him. And as soon as they do that, like Kyle Anderson scored on a beautiful cut to the basket early in the second half. Well, that was because everyone's watching Ja, like, what is this dude going to do? And no one's paying attention to Kyle Anderson. Right. He just goes, all right, let me just cut to the basket. And Ja, with great vision, no problem.
Who can make any pass on the court?
So and he made a 20-11 game just look like it was nothing. Like it was just a nothing, no problem at all. Didn't break a sweat. This is I don't know, man.
All right, quick answer. Is Ja Morant better than prime Mike Conley right now? Quick answer.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Not even a question at this point.
Thank you, sir. Prime Mike Conley.
We didn't see Mike Conley do anything like this ever. We didn't. Mike Conley. I love Mike. And Mike's a better shooter and all that.
Right.
Mike's a leader. I mean, there's lots of things about Mike. Great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mike never got to this level of mastery of the court. Never. Yeah. In passing, Mike was never this kind of passer. Now, some of it was also the fact that the offense wasn't predicated.
They weren't running this type of offense for Mike.
So that was part of it. But even if they had run this kind of offense, he wouldn't. No. Ja is so much more athletic than Mike, but also he's got better vision than Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Mike's got good court vision. Ja's got supernatural court vision.
And it seems like Ja survived the All-Black affair.
It does. It seems like much like James Harden, he seems to have a hardy sort of
because he came
system.
right in the camp. He came right in the camp. He didn't miss any. We saw him in the release videos from the Grizzlies. So clearly he didn't have COVID. So shout out.
No. Well, that's what I mean. He's got strength. Like James Harden is now. He's passed 5 straight COVID tests. How? I mean, again, we have to study him. Get him in the lab. Study that beard.
Right,
something
there's.
Right. I mean, he's like Keith Richards, like from the Rolling Stones.
Maybe.
He's 80 years old and still just drunk and performing for 3 straight hours and it looks fine and has just been high or drunk or whatever for 50 straight years and is somehow functioning great, no problem.
Right.
Study him. We can learn from these people.
Maybe we don't need a vaccine. Maybe we don't need a vaccine. Maybe we just need James Harden's blood, like injected into our veins.
Or the beard. Sprinkle a little beard shavings on you, and it's all of a sudden you're clean.
If that was if that was the cure for COVID was to let James Harden rub his beard in your face, would you do it?
What does that smell like? Who could even know?
Who knows? After a hard night in the Harden with a Harden click.
I'll double down on vegetables.
Hey, you know what though? What though? I'd have to do it. I mean, if you're telling me I'm not getting COVID, but I'll put my face right in the middle of the beard. No problem.
What if
big old Brillo pad?
What if President-elect Biden was like, James, man, we need your beard as a service to your country.
Listen up, Jack. It's time for your beard to come into service. Okay, no more malarkey. Let's go.
Man, we see you kicking it just at little baby's party, man. You know you're supposed to have COVID, man. How did you not get it?
What they do is they load up. They ask him to just cut little beard shavings, and they load it in one of those T-shirt cannons, just fire it into a crowd, and sprinkling it all over. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. That's right. Oh, fantastic! I don't know. Sums up. He's
kicking it too hard, man. Do you know the reason why some people say James Harden grew his beard in the first place?
No.
What's the reason?
He's got raggedy teeth in his mouth. Like his teeth game is trash. So they say the beard kind of hides the fact that his mouth is atrocious.
It could be. It could be.
Right, it seems like he just get
get a fix.
$1 million.
He's got enough money to get a whole new set of teeth.
But I think initially that was the reason why he grew it. But now he just kind of it's his thing now.
It's like when Triple H wears all the leg stuff, padding and brace and all that, just because he's self-conscious about his legs. His legs are small. That's true.
Shout out to Ja Morant for avoiding COVID.
Now let's also say though, on the flip side, Dylan Brooks. I mean,
oh man, Dylan was looking like he was going to be a better version of Dylan, man. Then he just,
yeah, he's like I tweeted out during the game, man. He's just himself.
Yeah,
he's just himself, man. Like he's just you can't help it for good or for bad. You know, some nights when it's working, it's great, but I don't know. I thought, you know, and I still kind of think that it's probably too soon. I think it's too soon for you to see Desmond Bane as a starting shooting guard, but he makes sense. He makes sense. He makes more sense than Brooks does as a 2 or 3 or whatever, however you want to play him. Melton looked good. Bane looked good. Trace now and Dylan Brooks not so much.
Talk me out this Desmond Bane ledge I'm about to jump off of, man. Like, if this all rookie,
I can't, man. He looked great. He looked great.
Bro,
he looked like a veteran. He looked like a 5-year veteran.
Like an actual basketball player, man.
It's like he's ready.
Like, he drove. I mean, he was able to handle the ball. He had some pick and rolls where he drove and passed the ball.
Man, those little arms is out there working, man.
Little T-Rex looking dude.
Yeah.
He's just out there, you know.
He looks like a 2K
terrorizing people.
Like a 2K glitch. Like you make those guys who like weird, like who, yeah. Desmond Bane, his
shot, man, his shot is pure.
Money.
That thing is pure. It's beautiful. No problem whatsoever. I don't know, man. He looked great. I'm not going to talk you down off that.
No,
also, shout out to John Conchar, Jitty with 8.7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Like he's just stuff.
Looking like another Mr. Do Everything out there, man.
He really does.
He
looked good. So they got too many guys. But that's not a bad problem to have. But again, the one guy is John Morant. Like everything else is just
man. Come on with it. What about my boy Xavier Tillman, man? Looking his age out there. 21 and 40 at the same time. He's looking young and old. He looked like both versions of himself out there. He looked young and looked old.
He put the senior in Xavier Tillman Senior.
He was looking like Drake said, I'm a rookie and a vet. That's what he was.
That's right. Hey man, what I like about Xavier Tillman, I love this, and I haven't posted the video, but I cut up a nice little thing. This dude, he knows who he is. I'll give him that. When he gets out there, man, he looks for dudes. I've never seen a guy box out like this in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like he looks for guys. He goes and hunts a dude. He goes and finds a body to box out on every rebound.
And you can see his basketball
He's very
IQ.
active.
Even though he looked a little out of shape. Looked like the game was too fast for him. He was doing smart things on the court. If you actually tune in on Tillman, you can see.
Yeah,
I thought
he had a good game.
Yeah.
He defended well.
Yeah.
He just had he had an airball
center,
3. It's just not you know.
I can't get past. He was looking like a rookie and a vet.
He did, man. As soon as I saw that first run on the court, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, you got to get back in there.
10-month break. Hey, what you been doing? We forget about that, though, man. Like these college players.
He's a dad. This guy's a dad. He's got 2 kids. I mean, come on, man. It's this.
And these college
believe me, I understand. You get 2 kids, you gain a little weight. That's how it works. I understand.
These college guys ain't played since March, man. None of them. And it's up to them what they did during that time. And Tillman looked like, looking like a young player and an old player at the same time. Ironically,
we're gonna get to coach speak when we return. Also talk a little bit about coaching, including a change at Auburn, as a matter of fact, with Gus Malzahn being asked to leave the premises. So we'll talk about all of that when we return from the Family Leisure Studio, Sports 56 Mornings.
Sports Time with Wallow and Stacks. Weekdays from 3 to 6 on Sports 56, 98.5 FM and 96.1 FM.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar. Take it into Mississippi. The first exit's Craft Road. Turn left. And go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
Hey folks, I'm Jarrett Carter. My family recently purchased East Memphis Ace Hardware at Quince and White Station, and we're excited to offer the best selection of Big Green Egg and Traeger grills. And then don't forget about our Benjamin Moore Paint Studio and the Garden Center for flowers. Save 60% with our new Duracell key fob replacement program. We have a master locksmith service as well as glass cutting and screen repair. The East Memphis Ace Hardware, located at Quince and White Station behind Three Little Pigs.
At Lexus of Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and they are offering the Golden Opportunity December to Remember sales event.
Thanks, Stats. December to Remember is our biggest sales event of the year. We've got great deals on leases, special financing, 0% interest on 2020s and 2021s. Come see us at Lexus of Memphis.
Thank you, Brian, and happy holidays to all and Merry Christmas, and we look so forward to 2021 and this year to forget 2020, but we look forward to 2021 at Lexus of Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway and online at lexusofmemphis.com.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Water damage to your home or business can be an absolute nightmare. And the faster you remove the standing water, the faster you can prevent secondary damage. Landmark Construction and Emergency Services specializes in water extraction. They have been a trusted name in the Mid-South for over 20 years. They are a Memphis-based company ready to serve your needs with their 24-hour emergency response. They are always on call and will respond within an hour. They work with most insurance companies and are the official restoration contractor of the Memphis Tigers home team. Landmark Construction and Emergency Services can't prevent disasters in your home and at your business, but their water damage team will certainly respond quickly to minimize and restore the damage. Call 901-452-0390. That's 901-452-0390 or online at landmarkco.org.
Cold and flu season's here. It's time to make sure your family's stocked up on the products you'll need if somebody gets sick. Pick up the new Vicks DayQuil and NyQuil Severe, honey, cold, and flu medicines during your next grocery trip. DayQuil and NyQuil Severe Honey are a max-strength medicine with a great-tasting honey flavor, also available for sale at online retailers. DayQuil NyQuil Severe Honey provides max-strength cold and flu symptom relief for your worst cold and flu symptoms in a soothing honey flavor. Use as directed.
Hi, this is Rob Brown. Join us every Saturday morning on Sports 56 WHBQ from 8 to 10 a.m. and 96.1 FM and the new FM 98.5. We'll be covering the Memphis Tigers, the SEC, college football, college basketball, college baseball. We'll look into recruiting. We'll have guests from around the country with the latest news, the most knowledgeable people out there, the coaches, the players, the people who play the games. Don't forget to join us on the sidelines. Sports 56, 96.1, and the new FM 98.5.
Sports 56 traffic.
Got a new accident on the roadways. There's more of a highway maintenance on Church Road westbound at I-55. And other than that, there's nothing new to report on the roadways. Just keep it clean out there. Make sure you got two hands on the steering wheel. And please, take it easy on the roadways. It's very slick out there. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
I'd rather be with you until I'm through. Oh, yes, I do. I'd rather be with you until that day will fly away. I just love that smiling face in the early sun.
This just makes me happy. I like this. All right. Welcome back. This is Isaac Simpson's playlist. He's coming up in hour number 3. Mayor Mike coming up as well in hour number 3, making his return.
Hey, man. Ready for it.
Had some stuff happen, so, it's I'm happy that he's back in the mix. I also will tell you, as we've had a bit of a wild weekend. Certainly a million things going on around. But I'll tell you, one of the things that's always reliable, our friends at FanDuel Sportsbook. You know them, you love them. With the NFL in its final leg of the season, with college basketball going hot and heavy. NBA preseason here. Regular season just a week and a half, 2 weeks away. You can add excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Simple app, great odds on all different markets, all kinds of great fun betting types, same-game parlays, multiple parlays, always on promotions that are exclusive to FanDuel, including enhanced odds boosts on the biggest events, and those can really net you some significant profits if you get the right ones at the right times. I've certainly won several times on the boosts myself. They've also got bet insurance to let you get more action out of every game day, and if you win, you get your winnings safely and easily in as little as 24 hours, and hopefully you will be winning. Your first bet is placed risk-free up to $1,000. It's so easy to use. That's right. Your first bet, risk-free up to $1,000. Just use promo code BIGHEAD so they know I sent you. Place a bet on any game, and FanDuel will refund you up to $1,000 back in site credit if you don't win your first bet. There's no strings attached. Just enjoy it. It's fantastic. Of course, if you want to bet the game tonight, there's no worries there. You have an opportunity to jump into the mix and make it happen. Baltimore, Cleveland, a surprising season from the Browns. The Ravens, of course, doing their thing with Lamar Jackson back. You want to bet on it, you can with FanDuel Sportsbook. So much more. It's really, really awesome. And they got NBA futures, so if you want to bet on the Grizzlies win total, they got the Grizzlies win total for you to bet on as well. Promo code BIGHEAD, that's what you need. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires 14 days after receipt. Terms apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. For problem gambling support, call 1-800-889-9789. All right.
Hold on. Hold on, bro.
All right.
Joy said, did you hear Zach say Plymouth last week?
No. Oh, no. Did he
Wait,
say
what?
Plymouth? Oh, no. Oh, I didn't see that at all.
No, I didn't say Plymouth. Did I say Plymouth?
Oh, man.
Plymouth?
You said you called Plymouth Plymouth.
No.
Oh, man.
No. I'm not saying Joy's wrong or anything, but I don't think I did.
I believe Joy in this one.
Hey, if anybody
I wish I had
stuff,
we need to go to the tape on that one. We need to go to the film.
What day was that?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Friday, I think.
Friday?
We got to find that out. All right, so let's get to Coach Speak and see what's going on here.
Let's get it, Zach.
All right, so we got 6 coaches here. We're gonna bring to the stage. First, let's start with Coach Silverfield. It's been a year, Peter. If you guys didn't know, he's been on the job for a year, and so this was his thoughts when the question was proposed to him.
Evan, you sure it's only been a year? It feels about 30 years. Got a lot more gray hair, and my heart stress test, I'm sure, is out the roof. But yeah, it's look, you guys have known how much this job means to me and what it means to me to be a Memphis Tiger and be part of this community. And see, just talking about it, you know how it gets me, guys. That's how proud I am of these guys, because it hadn't been pretty. You know, the Cotton Bowl, the way to start the career here, obviously that was fun. Disappointed we lost that game. But then be able to, face the adversity that we faced really these last, 7 months, 8 months has been something else. And it's been a battle. You hear about the anguish, the heartbreak, not only what everybody in this world's going through, but, you hear about it in college football programs, how hard it's been, how gut-wrenching it's been. From Thursday nights getting calls at 10 o'clock at night, hearing that players may be out because of COVID, and then all of a sudden you got to change your roster. You're dealing with opt-outs, dealing with injuries. But to be able to sit there in the locker room and celebrate with those guys, what a great win for their team, for our program, for the university. And I'm just honored that they let me be a part of this and be able to lead them in some form or fashion. And it's meant the world. It's been a heck of a first year. I've learned a ton. I've got to continue to improve as a head coach, as a person.
All right, we can end it there.
Okay.
All right.
We can end it there. Well, yeah, very emotional.
I like it. Emotional.
So we're going to jump over to Ball State. If you did not catch this game, Ball State and Western Michigan. So I think was it Western Michigan tried to do the hook and ladders with multiple S's, and like like they nearly pulled it off. I was actually kind of thoroughly surprised that they managed to kind of pull it off. But it actually got called back because of a legal forward pass. So Ball State, they celebrated in the locker room. Coach talking to his players in his locker room.
I'm going to fight my tail off right here to hold it together. Credit goes to you guys, man. The credit goes to you guys. These 22 guys that are the seniors, man. You guys all know what it felt like just now on that field when it was all done. All those lumps, all those growing pains, all those scars, all that hard work. That wasn't easy. But you guys stuck in there because of this. You stuck in there because you believed in each other and you knew, just like I did, just like we all did, that we could have this moment right here. It's unbelievable what just happened on that football field. My hat is off to you. Okay, we got an opportunity here to put our team in on that wall and make history here for this program. Yeah. You guys all know just like I do.
Woo!
DOB, we're there.
Woo!
We ain't done
Let's
yet.
go.
We got one more time.
One more. Let's fight for Ball State. We must win this game. Onward down.
All right, we can't listen. I'm not listening to the Ball State.
Yeah.
Stupid Ball State. It was emotional. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was weird. That was an insane play at the end of that game. I thought that Western Michigan had won the game. The entire Ball State team was on the field. These guys running through that and ended up scoring, and it was called back because of a penalty before all the shenanigans started. So yeah, it was wild.
Oh boy. All right. So now we're gonna get into some fun action here. Some fun. We're gonna go back. Was it a couple of days? Pitt and Georgia Tech. Now, if you all, like Peter mentioned, I think last week, the head coaches both went across the field to shake hands, and Jeff Collins decided to give him the old, the old slap and move, basically, just slap and move.
Perfunctory grab and go, the grab and go, basically what we deal with.
Yeah. So I decided that I need to hear from both sides of the story because I'm getting one side and getting the other side. I need to hear from both sides. So let's go with Jeff Collins. Of Georgia Tech. This is what he had to say after the game, after the handshake with Nard. How you pronounce his name?
Oh, Pat Narduzzi?
Yeah, Pat Narduzzi. This is what he had to say.
No, I was just, to be honest with you, I was focused on getting our guys to our band to celebrate. There were some things throughout the game that got chippy, and I was just making sure that I wanted to get to my guys. So if I came across any type of way, really had no intention of that. I'm just so focused on our team, so focused on making sure that we go and celebrate with our band that does so much for us and for our program. And so that's one of the traditions that we have, getting to the band and celebrate, or not celebrating, but showing respect to our band. And I just wanted to make sure that, we did that. So I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I apologize.
Yeah.
Gotta show some respect to the band, man.
Forgot all about that. What are you talking about? I love that stuff.
You gotta show some respect to the band. So now,
that's ridiculous. What's the other side of the coin, though?
So yeah, the other side, Pat Narduzzi.
Yeah,
Narduzzi.
Narduzzi. Yeah, because Collins was the one who was real. It was ridiculous. It was pretty ridiculous if you watch. It's pretty ridiculous.
So this what Coach Narduzzi had to say on his side of things.
I just said, hey, you got a great team, and he said that's baloney, I guess, and nice words, and walked off. I don't know. I thought it was a good game.
It's baloney.
It's baloney, man.
That's baloney.
All that malarkey, man.
That's definitely malarkey. For sure. Well, it was a great handshake, and I applaud them both for that. More of that, please.
All right, let's get to the Fog Bowl with Florida and LSU, man. Good Lord. Why are we playing a football game in a fog, man? Let's start with that.
That's great. That was great. That was wild.
You couldn't see nothing. Absolutely nothing. So Florida ended up losing on the field goal. And so reporters asked Dan Mullen, because we're going with both coaches here. So the reporter asked Dan Mullen what was what was like on the field, vision and everything, and also the little shoe gate that was going on the field as well. So this what had Coach Mullen had to say about that
championship game.
Well, could you see what was going on in the field? Because we couldn't even see, like, from where we were.
Oh, with the fog?
Oh, yeah, we couldn't see.
Yeah, I could see it.
What did you see with Marco Wilson's decision?
Oh, I didn't see that. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a penalty. I have no idea what happened. I didn't see it.
Like I said, I couldn't see everything, and he's like, I didn't see it.
You guys see it? I don't know.
Yeah, he threw a guy's shoe.
Okay. They called a penalty on it. So
wait. Pause it for a second. All right. So he said he didn't see. He could see everything. Then they said, well, what did you see? He said, well, I didn't see anything. And then he established that they'd already established that they couldn't see anything. And he said, did you guys see it? No, we just said we couldn't see anything. Well, did you see it? No. Well, but you could see. Well, what happened? Well, he threw a shoe. I don't know. He definitely threw a shoe. If you watch the tape, you can't fake a shoe throw. He takes the man's shoe and he throws it like, as the referee put it, the referee specified, 20 yards down the field. He threw the guy's shoe. That's unspoken. You can't. Who throws a shoe? Honestly, in the words of Austin Powers, who throws a shoe? Come on,
crikey.
Do I make you horny, baby? Anyway.
Machine Gun Jabblies. How did I miss those? Such good movies, man. Such good movies, man.
Who throws a shoe, honestly? So, yeah, he's throwing the man's shoe. For God's sake, come on. You can't. Dan Mullen, I don't know. I guess they called a penalty. Yeah, because he threw a shoe. You got a bunch of shoe throwers. It's your fault for being in that position anyway. I think Florida showed up. That was the most half-assed performance. They thought they had won that game before it ever even kicked off. Ridiculous.
And they took that L. Don't talk about getting left out of the bowl championship playoffs either, man. Who cares?
No, not anymore. Not anymore.
There's nothing else to talk about, man.
So there you go. What else you got?
So last one, Coach O, he was on the other side.
Of course.
So obviously, with him getting the win against Florida, I needed to get his quote of what happened with the shoe and the penalty and the fog and everything. So this is what he had to say about that.
What's that emotion like on the sideline when you're probably about to punt and then a guy throws a shoe?
Well, I was happy. To be honest with you, maybe some people were disappointed, that it happened. I don't know, but it was, I can't talk for them, but it was a penalty that, obviously I know Coach Mullen didn't want that guy to do that, and it was a break. We needed a break, and we got a break.
I would agree that Coach Mullen did not want a guy to throw a shoe. 100% not shoe.
Just kind of to follow up on that question, have you ever won a game because an opponent threw a shoe?
No. I don't think I've ever been in a game with an opponent threw the shoe, to be honest with you. I think it was a great job by Stringfellow of loosening up that shoe before the play.
Did you see it when it happened?
No, I did not. I just saw 3 flags on the ground, and I was happy.
Oh, that's exactly right.
3 flags.
Have you
on
ever
the
been
ground
around a
and I was
guy
happy.
that threw a shoe? Honestly, have you ever been around a guy to throw a shoe? I mean, for real. Let me ask you that question, Coach. Fantastic. That's Coach Speak. Love hearing from Coach O. Love it. Thank you very much. Terrific stuff. Well done, Zachary. Well done.
This was a little bit more entertaining despite most of the games being canceled. Right. So,
and in spite of
calling your shot
of hackers to destroying the internet today,
yeah,
still were able to.
That's right.
It shows that you started working yesterday. We did this thing on Tuesday.
We won this. We won this day on Sunday, man.
Yeah, I made this video last night. Shout out to you, Zach, for having your videos ready last night as opposed to on the air.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
Shout out, man.
Got some breaking news as well when we come back. Very, very big news involving a big NBA star. So we'll get to that when we return.
Memphis Tiger fans, catch the Blue and Gray Show with John Stacey and Drew Barrett, Sunday nights from 5 till 7, right here on Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
All 36-month leases, $31.49 due at signing, 0 security deposit, $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, Forte ME 299.10, MSRP 20,625, sold M7755 682, MSRP 20,315, K5MG 003199, MSRP 25,725, includes all manufacturer rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title license with approved credit, warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Offer valid through 12/31/20, dealer stock only.
Are you ready to be happy this holiday season? Well, we got you covered at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah. So come be happy with Kia's holiday sales event. Command the season. 2020 Kia Forte, $142 a month lease. 2021 Kia Soul, $148 a month lease. Plus 2021 Kia K5, $192 a month lease. All just 36 months, $31.49 due at signing. Stay happy all season long with Forte, $142, Soul, $148, Kia K5, $192. So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia, 2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
How's the Christmas shopping going? Frontier Western Store in Olive Branch is here to make it a lot easier. Everyone loves something from Frontier. Ladies' boutique style clothing, Carhartt for the guys, and boots for everyone. For Frontier's boutique department, you'll find the latest trends at incredible prices. We also carry a huge inventory of basics like leggings, tops, tunics, dresses, CC beanies, scarves, gloves, new styles of fleece jackets, and much, much more. Guys will be after Frontier's large assortment of Carhartt and Ariat jeans and shirts. Now, how about a new coat, jacket, or insulated overalls? Frontier has that too. Don't forget the boots. Work boots and dress boots from Rocky, Dan Post, Ariat, and more. Frontier is the place to come for name brand boots at an everyday low price. There are thousands of boots available in all sizes for men, women, and children. Frontier gift cards are also available and make a perfect last-minute gift. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, or shop online 24/7 at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated since 1967.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
You hear the phrase a lot this time of year, happy holidays. But holidays are not always happy, particularly for guys grappling with a divorce that they didn't choose. These men need more than the help of a good lawyer. They need the hope and encouragement of a good friend.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Memphis attorneys. Online at CordellCordell.com. Office in Memphis, 6000 Poplar Avenue, Suite 225, Memphis, Tennessee, 38119.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build-your-own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
tomorrow, tonight, the rest of my life. I wanna be the man you want me to be. So starting right now, girl, tell me everything you need. I just wanna wake up every day here in this bed.
Okay.
Never leave, I love you left unsaid.
All right. Isaac Simpson bringing us all kinds of interesting stuff. You want some breaking NBA news?
Yeah, bring it. I need it in my veins.
Okay. Dwight Howard is being sued by 2 women he hired to take care of his giant snake.
Oh.
According to TMZ.
Whoa.
I don't believe that's a euphemism. Just FYI.
I think it's literally a snake.
I think it is literally a giant snake. It's not. I'm not referring to any sort of. I mean, maybe I don't know, but
wait a minute.
TMZ reporting that the women are claiming at least $50,000 in unpaid wages for services rendered, including taking care of Dwight Howard's exotic snake collection. Apparently, Armika Nabah and Kamisha Shellman are filing a lawsuit. They are part of the management agency. In fact, Howard hired them to take care of his, quote, business affairs and administrative tasks, but soon were given more extended duties. The responsibilities included tasks that were previously held by Howard's groundskeeper, butler, and maid, who were fired by the former Defensive Player of the Year. Armika Nabah says she also helped Howard sign with the Lakers last offseason using her, quote, network and contacts. So she's a groundskeeper, butler, maid, snake handler, and agent, apparently, for Dwight Howard.
Right.
And $50,000 because he had a bunch of snakes, and he asked them to take care of them and didn't pay them for that. Lesson learned here. Do not mess with Dwight Howard's giant snake.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And we talked about another gentleman that had a giant snake, the guy in Mexico who had his life stolen from him because of the size of his snake. Can't even work a job. And here we are, Dwight Howard.
I mean,
this is the most Dwight Howard story.
This
I mean, these are the type of stories you expect from Dwight, you know?
Yeah. I mean, this is Dwight. This Dwight Howard at his.
Why can't people pay their people who, you know, who take care
of
him? Yeah, your barbers,
your snake handlers.
Yeah, your snake handlers. Come on, man. Like, take care of these guys, man.
Pay your snake handlers. That's the least I could say. Also,
take care of these guys
from
and girls,
the
man. It doesn't make any sense.
The scurrilous rumor, Ville. I sent you guys a picture over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Giannis's barber posted on /pastor, which
happens a lot in the black community because my barber is a pastor as well.
I was gonna say I feel like that's often an overlap there in terms of guidance and spiritual advice and all that stuff. Yeah, very much. So his barber posted on Instagram. Basically, I'll paraphrase, but it was something like, well, it's been great, and you got to do what's best for your family, and I totally understand that.
After 6 years,
and then after 6 years, you got to do you, and then he's then within a few hours, that post was deleted and replaced with a different caption altogether. This is one I believe. This to me is the most believable of all.
You tell your barber everything, and he's your barber and some type of spiritual guide for Giannis, I'm sure. And I think it was a conversation that he had in the barbershop that the barber probably assumed was out there at that point.
Yeah.
So he spoke on it, and then he probably was told by Giannis or his agent, to take that down.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like we had this conversation.
Yeah, that looked pretty rough. That one's the one. Yeah. That's the first. I was just gonna say that's the first time when I've actually felt like, he actually might leave because that. When I saw that, I was like, okay, people tell their barbers.
Yeah, and that's why
you just talk. You're just talking. You're just talking.
We had this conversation not too long ago. How you got the Wojs of the world and the Shams of the world who have their sources. You got hood sources too, man. And what I'm saying? I said these exact words. I said somebody cuts Giannis's hair, somebody cuts his grass, somebody's dating his sister. Like this, these athletes are people outside of being stars, and all of their information isn't particularly coming from Woj or through their agents and. You have everyday people who have, and I guarantee you can stand on that information. That information was true at the time, is as much as you can stand on anything. Shout out to the black barbers of the world out here breaking news, and pastors out here breaking news.
Hey man, you know his slogan?
Yeah.
Get lined up for Jesus and for a paycheck.
Get in line with Jesus. Because I remember when the whole Chris Broussard thing with DeAndre Jordan, when he was locked in when the Clippers locked him in his house or whatever, wouldn't let him leave to go sign with Dallas. You remember that? Or however it went? And people was like, oh, man, Broussard didn't know what he's talking about. I was like, man, Chris Broussard is probably literally talking to this dude's cousin or his grandmama. You know what I mean? Like, he's probably talking to one of those people for real.
They're like, cousins and grandmas and everybody's out there. And
there are people who they'll talk to Chris Broussard, but they won't talk to Woj. Because Woj goes to another channel. There are hood channels that information can, trust me, there are hood channels where you can get information.
Yes, certain people do not have access to those channels, and certain people do, and that's how it is. You gotta work what you can work, and I got nothing but appreciation for everybody.
Yeah.
Now I know the texters are pointing out. Texters are pointing out the video stream is down. Yeah, there's some issue with Zoom just in general, maybe related to the Google thing. I don't know. So that's out of our control. We'll try to get on it as much as we can.
This might be the wrong day to be doing something you're not supposed to be doing on Zoom.
Yeah,
yes.
I would agree. Yeah, I would definitely agree with
keep it
with
copacetic, man. Like if it ain't business,
keep your pants on, man.
Don't be a Jeffrey Tubin. Don't be tubing it out here, if you know what I mean.
Don't be YouTubing.
Me tubing.
Solo.
All right, so that's the solo tubing is not what you need to do right now.
Just be straight up. Put some pants on. Like don't assume nothing.
Hour number 3. When we come back, Isaac Simpson's going to join us. We're also going to talk to Mayor Mike. Going to be a busy hour number 3. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5, 96.1.
I almost never go to Central Barbecue without running into somebody I know.
That could be because you only eat at Central Barbecue.
It's because Central Barbecue is where Memphians go to get barbecue and has consistently been voted the most popular barbecue restaurant among locals.
Actually, that's really saying something.
I know. Memphis is the nation's capital of barbecue. With all the choices, people who live here go to Central Barbecue.
They do get their share of tourists.
Sure, because Central Barbecue has been mentioned on TV and in tons of national publications. You know why?
Because of the great food?
Because those TV shows and magazines look for the place where the locals go, and that, my friend, is Central Barbecue.
Let's start with all the stocking stuffers who love stuffing stockings. Narrow it down to all those stocking stuffers who just discovered they're a single stuffer short. Oh, I hate that. For you, Walgreens now offers curbside and drive-through pickup in as little as 30 minutes. So you can swiftly save the holidays with stocking stuffers like candy, toys, and beauty gifts.
This week, select stocking stuffers are $2 or 4 for $5. Walgreens. Valid through December 19th. Restrictions apply. See walgreens.com/pickup for details.
When you visit Navy Liquor at 7866 Highway 51 in Millington, you'll be treated like family by friendly, knowledgeable staff. Select are your favorite bourbon, vodka, scotch, beer, tequila, gin, and rum, as well as wines from all over the world. An amazing selection of sakis, too. Coldest beer in town. Beer kegs are available. Any beer, any wine, any liquor. You got the Navy Liquor hookup. Come see us, holiday or any other occasion. Navy Liquor, corner of Highway 51 and Navy Road in Millington.
It's on Mid-South employee pricing for all during the Big Finish 2020. So get ready to save big with 2021 Jeep Renegade Latitude 4-wheel drive. IIHS top safety pick $22,990 or $296 a month. Or power up with 2020 Dodge Charger $24,890 or $299 a month. And we're talking Ram Tough in a 2020 Ram 1500 Tradesman Crew Cab 4x2 $31,999 or $399 a month. It's time to get your ride on at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. So drive past the rest and come to the best. Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. 1901 Covington Pike or online at GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motorcars.
Almost finance through Chrysler Jeep Ram 3500 cash down, Charger 4500 cash down, 4.11 APR, Cherokee MD 15674, MSRP 28050, Charger XST LH 248 MSRP 32860, Ram LG 290 329 MSRP 37855, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 12/31/20, dealer stock only.
You're scrambling around. You need a haircut. Where you gonna go? I got a place that has 15 locations. I've got a place where details matter. I've got a place that can be invigorating and relaxing at the same time. You know what it is. It's Supercuts. Every haircut ends with the signature hot towel finish. Every haircut matters. When you're getting ready, you go into Supercuts. The stylist will pay attention to every detail. So you get the haircut you want, and of course, you're going to finish with that signature hot towel. You walk out clean, sharp, and not just ready,
but super ready. And you might want to ask that hairstylist about what the tea tree experience is. One part invigorating, one part relaxing. The tea tree experience is something you need to try. 15 locations. I mentioned that, didn't I? All you've got to do is go to supercuts.com. You'll find the one nearest to you. Get super ready at Supercuts.
Hey friends, all aboard to A&J Catfish Station's newest location in Millington at 7838 Church Street. A&J Catfish Station has delicious light-battered farm-raised catfish and mouth-watering big fried shrimp. Try the popular blackened catfish or fresh fried filet and whole channel catfish. Then there's mouth-watering mac and cheese, homemade tartar sauce, great burgers and fries, and fresh vegetables. Got a sweet tooth? Enjoy A&J's Peach Cobbler, voted #1 in Memphis. A&J Catfish Station, now the new location in Millington at 7838 Church Street.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, W253DF Memphis, and WIVG Tunica Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
Y'all go ahead, clap yourselves up one time, man. We slow start in the first half, man. We had a slow start to begin this thing, but now like there's no traffic reports, no accidents to report as of right now. So let's just keep it that way. Let's keep it moving. Great start to the week, guys. Great start. Let's keep this up, man. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good. I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Your permission. I just want to spend a little time with you.
Woo! Hour.
With your permission.
Number 3. I like this. This is a vibe right here. I feel like it's about. I need this about 11 p.m. rather than 9 a.m.
Oh,
other than that.
I hear you, brother. I hear you, brother.
You know, in one of those family leisure hot tubs, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, just
kick this up a little bit.
Burn all that wrong up. You can throw whoever you want to in there with you.
Mm-hmm. Get a little James Harden beard, sprinkle it in there.
Sprinkle some of them.
Sprinkle it in that water.
The beard, the beard and the body.
That water.
Water's gonna be immune.
A lot of people don't know that if you get a hot tub and you sprinkle some James Harden beard in it, it's perfectly clean. Literally no disease.
Soak one of John's dreadlocks in there, man. Hey.
No, well, maybe that's true.
That might be the brew, man. A little bit of John's dreads, a little bit of Harden's beard. Boil in hot water, just inhale it. Just Rona can't stand a chance, man.
No, not
because those guys are immune.
Apparently so. Apparently so. They got something. Something's happening. We have to study them and learn and figure out what's different. What they're different. They are truly different in that regard. Hour number 3 is here. It's cold. It's going to be cold today. It's going to be cold throughout the week. So bundle up as you head out there and do your thing. We've talked a lot about the Tigers. Football victorious. In dramatic fashion, and a cool way to kind of put a capper on a strange regular season. They will head to the Montgomery Bowl to play Florida Atlantic, and Willie Taggart is Florida Atlantic. So it's a high-profile coaching matchup for Ryan Silverfield as well. Tiger basketball, oof, boy, oh boy. We're going to talk to Isaac about some of this stuff here coming up because, problematic, not good. Really, really, really poor finish to the game and a bad loss to Auburn. Grizzlies victorious in their preseason debut. They'll play the Timberwolves again. They beat them on Saturday. They'll play them again tonight in Minneapolis as they continue their preseason. We'll talk about that too. So busy show. We're trying to get the video working again as of right now. Zoom is down, so we're working on it as best we can. Hopefully we can get all that squared away. But in the meantime, I will tell you, our good friends from Acura of Memphis bring you this hour of the program. Find out more, AcuraofMemphis.com online. You can see them there. Go see that 2021 TLX, the finest sedan Acura has ever made, and get incredible lease rates, incredible purchase rates right now over at Acura of Memphis. He's at the aux all morning. He really put me in a particular mood with this rejoin. And now he's joining us to talk Tigers and more from Rivals. Our good friend Isaac Simpson. You hear him a lot with Johnny Radio. Isaac, what's going on, man? How are you?
Man, nothing much, man. You know I had to bless you guys with the the playlist this morning, showing off the versatility, man. I listen to everything, man. Like Anthony said earlier, man. I'm from what you call trap music all the way to country to rock, man. I listen to everything, man. So I can tell, as you can tell from the playlist, man, I've got a lot of versatility, advanced talent. Well, so you say when it comes to music.
Yeah, man. It was a great playlist. I knew it was authentic. I judge people by their playlist, man. And I definitely say that you do have diverse ears, because I know there's just some things I see you talking about on Twitter. And you also have a diverse fan base. You literally watch every sport in the world. I think I've seen you.
Man, I'm over there talking WNBA and everything.
Yeah,
man.
I look on Twitter and I was just talking about, yeah, man, these Blackhawks, man. Like, what are you watching, man? Like, what are you watching? Yeah, but how did you? When I think sports fans on Twitter, you're definitely one of the first people I think about, because, like I said, I know that you're very passionate about the teams that you watch, which you are definitely a fan of several teams. How far back does your sports fandom go, and just what are the depths of it?
Man, I've been watching sports ever since I was old enough to understand what's going on. Probably 2-3 years old, man. I'm watching NBA, man. I go way back for sure. I've been watching the sports fan all my life, man, and was lucky enough to kind of dip my feet into media, man. Just happy, man. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy being a fan, and enjoy the media side of it as well, man. So it's been fun being able to get into, again, like the media side of it. So I'm enjoying it with the podcast and the radio show I had on the station back in the day, man. Right. It's been fun.
And you're also pretty much a weekly guest on John Harden's show. The Happy Hour with Johnny Radio comes on between 1 to 3, and we've stolen you today on that show. So props to us for having you on. Ask you another question too. If all the
props to us for having you on.
If all the teams that you're fans of, if you could have either one of them win a instant championship, like,
oh man,
which one would it be?
Man, I got to go with the Grizzlies, man. You got to go with home, man. To have that parade down Beale Street, it would be amazing for a small market team like the Grizzlies to do something like that. It would be special. I guess. You know what I'm saying? I like to see my Cowboys win the Super Bowl, but it's been a rough couple of 20 years or so for the Cowboys. But I think when you look at it, I think Memphis and having that parade down on Beale Street for the Grizzlies, I think would be the pinnacle, the ultimate, especially, coming from a small market and be a lifetime Memphis. It would be amazing to see.
Speaking of which, what did you think about the Grizzlies' opening night performance preseason-wise?
But I think if you're a Grizzlies fan, I think you have to come away from that thing really excited. I think your budding superstar and Ja had an easy 20-10. It just looked like it was effortless. And I think you want to see growth from this team. And to see Ja coming down, knocking down threes with confidence, I think if he adds that to his game and he can knock down threes consistently, I don't know how you guard him. There's really nothing you can do if he's knocking down threes, because you're not going to stop him from getting to the rim. If he's hitting down perimeter shots, he's going to be pretty much unguardable. So I think you got to like that. D'Anthony Melton came in off the bench, hitting some shots, hit a couple threes. You got Kyle Anderson looking playing really well, and I think a lot of people kind of want to throw away Kyle. Had his bags back, but I was kind of one of those guys that think that he has a big role in this team. Whatever you ask him to do, was he want to play point guard all the way to center? He'd come in and do anything for you. He's just one of those guys that makes winning plays. He's a guy type of guy that you have off the bench on a winning team. So I think he has a role here. I know a lot of people say square peg, round hole, but I think Kyle Anderson really has a big role in this team. And usually when you see this team playing well and they're making a run, Kyle is one of the guys on the floor. He just always seems to be right spot, right time. It's not a three-point shooter, but does hit some big ones at times. I love what he does on the floor, and I think he's a player that I want to keep on this team. I think the contract's not bad, so I'm not ready to pack. I'm not ready to pack his bags yet.
Isaac, everyone knows you're a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. You and Zach are carrying the flag well. What's your best case scenario for them going into the rest of the season and the offseason?
It's crazy as it is. They still have a chance to win the division. That's how bad the NFC East is. If they get a couple things going away, they got a couple games coming up. San Francisco next week, I think they'll be a slight underdog at home. But then you got Philly, who played well yesterday, but I still think that's a game where the Cowboys will be favored. I think that's a kind of a lot of yesterday had to do with them not really knowing what to expect from Jalen Hurts. I think teams will kind of adjust to that over the next couple of weeks. I got a feeling he won't be as good as he was on yesterday. But I mean, it's been a rough 20 years, I said, for the Cowboys. It's been a long time since they've been able to get anything done. Man, they've always had a lot of talent. It's kind of similar to what we've seen with Tiger basketball. Talent is there. It just, for some reason, doesn't seem to work out. Sometimes it almost feels like they're cursed with injuries. It's just always something going on. Guys getting suspended or whatever it is. I know a lot of people blame Jerry Jones, and I'm not as big of a guy that blames Jerry Jones for this.
None of y'all are. None of y'all do. Which is strange.
Because Jerry's the guy. Because a lot of people say Jerry doesn't want to win, and I don't believe that. I think the fact that he meddles as much as he does shows that he cares and is passionate about it. But like a lot of people say, I do think he should step back. He kind of talked about this last week and kind of hire football guys to do a football job instead of him trying to control everything. He's backed out a little, but his son Steven is the one who's kind of taking over that reign now. So it's going to be interesting to see. He talked again earlier this week about possibly stepping back. We'll see. He's getting older, and we'll see how that kind of transitions. But I think one he's kind of moved aside, and now Stephen Jones is kind of taking that mantle, and he's kind of doing the same thing that Jerry's done all these years.
Well, I'm really sick of talking about the Cowboys. It's a terrible franchise, terrible team.
Saw that big win yesterday, man.
Oh, you mean you're talking about the Washington football team win over that one? I think you.
No, man, I'm
that's
talking
the one
about
you're referring to.
Going up to Cincinnati, man, 30-7, man. But
the Andy Dalton revenge game, the Ginger Ninja revenge game. That's exactly right.
Hey, I placed the bet with Peter because I told him he's going to mess up that nickname one time. It's going to be career ending.
Yeah.
So I've said it once. I've said it twice.
Walking that line, man.
Yeah, I'm going to let him have it, man. Like he's confident. Oh, that person's not even my
I'm
vocabulary.
very confident I could say you Ginger Ninja without any problem at all. I told you that's
have
not.
at it, man. Have at it.
That is not in my vocabulary, man.
Hey, Isaac,
you can't.
I tell you what, Isaac.
That word is not my vocabulary, man. So you don't. I can get up close to the line if I want to. There's no line for me.
Isaac,
I don't say it.
When it happens, I'm gonna need a guest host for probably a week while we figure out what we're gonna do.
I will say that I've already had my people. I hired the same people that Dwight Howard to hire the snake lady to go ahead and pre-write an apology for my use of that word. I've also lined up an all-star cast of black folks to say that
you're the good guy.
Friends at one point. So
he didn't mean it.
Just be ready.
He didn't mean it.
Just be on deck, man. Because he's gonna mess up, and I've
got my PR staff is already on top of this thing,
right.
so I'm ready to roll in case that happens. All right, so I got to ask you. We were talking about this. What is your solution for the problems that are affecting the Tiger basketball team? We've discussed it. It's not working. It's not working. They beat the three bad teams at home, but otherwise, and they had the nice win against St. Mary's to begin the year, but otherwise it's been just a rough year, and that was a rough performance against Auburn. What do you see as the problem, and how would you solve it?
Yeah, man, it's rough right now, especially offensively, and that Auburn team that they lost to on Saturday, that's a bad Auburn team. I mean, that's a game that Memphis should win. I mean, there's no question about it. I know Bruce Pearl coaches that team, but that team is a bad team, and I think Memphis was a 6-point favorite going into that game. But I kind of had a feeling that it might go the way that it went. But I think when you look at this team, I think they have three major problems, and I think you guys have made a lot of great points throughout the show. I think number one is just no defined role on this team, and you got guys like everybody thinks they're the man. Whoever has the ball, that's the go-to guy. It seems like a lot of times when on their offensive possessions, and I think they gotta find. I think Leonard Nolly is the guy that he's the best player on this team. There's no doubt about that. And I think he needs more shots. And Anthony kind of touched on this as well. I think when you kind of follow this team and kind of looking at the way things go, I don't think they view him as that. You see guys like DJ Jeffries and Alo and these guys that have been here. I think they feel like they're higher in the pecking order right now in Leonard Nolly. I mean, you got a guy, Leonard Nolly, shooting over 40% from three. I mean, he's clearly the best player on the team, and I think he needs to get more shots, and that's something that they got figured out. I think another problem that they have is they just guard play. I mean, it's hard to win at a high level when you don't have requisite point guard play. And I think Alo is a guy who's clearly regressed. I mean, we saw better play from him last year and in his freshman year that we've seen this year, and he's a guy who's undersized, number one, and then for some reason he thinks he needs to score. I mean, he's a guy that comes that to come out there and just be that quarterback, that table setter, and not try to force offense. And he'll go down there and go try to go 1-on-3, go inside. Thinks he wants to do threes. For some reason, he thinks he's the offensive guy, and Penny has to put the stop sign up on that. And for some reason, he breaks the offense all the time, and he's just not a guy that you can depend on because he gives up points on the defensive end because of his size, and then he kind of doubles down on it by trying to score too much. Boogie's not really a point guard, and Damian, for what he is, I love Damian, a guy who's going to come in, bring energy, and things like that, but he's not a guy that you can depend on to kind of direct your offense. It's just not his game, so they really don't have a point guard. I don't know if that's something that really can't be fixed. I think that's a personnel issue, and they're going to deal with that throughout the year. And again, it's just extremely hard to win when you don't have requisite point guard play. The last problem I think they have is the lack of an inside presence offensively. Musa is a high-energy defensive guy, a guy who's going to get put back, but he's not a guy that you can throw the ball into and run offense through like they could with Preston Stewart last year. Now, DeAndre Williams is a guy who can help with that. I mean, 6'9", 200 pounds. He plays a lot bigger than that, man. 15.7 rebounds, 3 assists. I mean, he's a high IQ basketball player, 80% from the free throw line, can even step out and hit some threes for you. I think he's a guy that's going to come in and he's going to help Musa at that power forward spot. I think he's going to take some pressure off him. And I mean, people don't think DeAndre Williams could be the best player on this team. If it's like Leonard Nolly, DeAndre Williams could be that guy. So that's a big piece that's sitting on the bench right now. So hopefully they can get him eligible sooner rather than later. NCAA has a decision coming up where all guys could be eligible here within the next week or so. So I expect him to be eligible at some point. I think he'll help, but I think the guard play is their biggest problem, and there's not really a fix for that. They just don't have the personnel right now. I think Penny's going to have to look this summer. They got to find a point guard. They got Arterio Morris coming in a couple of years. He's the guy, but Alo, and I hate to just bag on Alo, he's just not that guy. I know Penny's been around him ever since middle school, coached him and trust him, but he's just a guy that he's just not going to get it done when you're trying to win at a high level. As this program is trying to.
Isaac, when you look at the guys Penny already seems to have like a logjam everywhere where it seems like he's playing too many guys. Like, there are guys who, because he's playing 10, 11, 12 guys on the team at one time, multiple guys at multiple positions. Next year, he's got 4 more guys coming in who all seem like they could or should be getting some type of playing time. How do you think that shakes out over the next year? I mean, like a year from now, how do you think the roster looks as far as you see guys transferring out? Do you see guys flat out not playing? Because he's playing everybody who seems to have some talent on the team now. So how do you think that shakes out going forward?
Yeah, man, it's going to be interesting because, like you said, they got 4 guys coming in right now, and you look at this roster that doesn't have any seniors on it. I mean, you don't even have 4 scholarships right now. So you kind of look at, I think Penny was kind of banking on some of these guys, maybe DJ Jeffries enters the draft, which right now he doesn't look like an NBA player at all. You just got to figure out what's going to happen. I think you are going to see some guys transfer out. I hate to speculate anything, but I think you look at a guy like Boogie Ellis, a kid who's brought from home from San Diego, California. He kind of said over the summer that he was homesick throughout the year last year and things. He had designs on being an NBA guy coming in here, and that hasn't really materialized either. I got a feeling that you could see a guy like Boogie Ellis maybe leave the program. I think with the way things are going, I think Landers Nolly, and I think you hit on a great point earlier about Penny possibly when DeAndre Williams comes back.
Oh, it's happening.
Yeah, Nolly comes back, ends up coming out of the bench. I mean, he's already had some issues. I mean, Penny had him out of the starting lineup for disciplinary reasons for a couple games here early. So you can already kind of see that brewing. Again, I ain't speculate on anything like that, but I think you are going to see some guys leave the program. I don't think Nolly comes back. I think DeAndre Williams is a guy that has designs on being an NBA. I think he's probably a one-year guy. So you're going to see some of these guys leave out and see what happens with DJ Jeffries. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens throughout this year. Because, again, I think he's playing too many guys. There's way too much going on. I mean, different lineups from game to game. And we've kind of seen this throughout Penny's tenure here, and it's year 3, and just doesn't seem to get any better. I know we hate to kind of be negative about Penny and what's going on.
We won't be negative towards Penny. But go ahead.
Yeah, he has to take a little bit of blame for this.
A little smidge.
But I mean, I'm not ready to fire the guy. I mean, there's a lot of people out there saying fire the guy. I'm nowhere near at that point. I think you got to give him time. I mean, he got some. I think the recruiting class that he has coming in next year are guys that are going to be good 4-year guys. These are not the 5-star guys that you usually see in these one-and-done type players. These are guys that can help you build a program over 4 years. And I think we'll see what happens when he starts bringing in more of those kind of guys.
They're 4-star guys, but you hope that they're not they're a different breed of 4-star guys. Like I talked about earlier in the show, they are not all the same. And you hope that they're guys. If you look at them, seem like they have more defined skill sets than the guys we have, but hopefully that works out for them.
I'm just saying, gentlemen, here's the situation. I love Penny. I think Penny's, his profile, the recruiting, all that stuff is fantastic. He's an icon. He's a legend. He's the biggest star, that the city of Memphis has ever seen on a sporting front. I mean, phenomenal, unbelievable. That said, all that is setting up a giant butt here. But if
giant
he's going
butts,
to,
I'm okay with giant butts.
I like giant butts, and I cannot lie. The fact is, if you're going to play a particular style and you're going to recruit to a particular style, you have to find people that match that play, or you have to coach them differently. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, he refuses to do one or the other. You either have to find more compatible players, not just chase, stars or guys that you're familiar with or whatever, guys that are actually compatible with the way you want to play, or you have to change the way you play. And doing neither of those things is going to lead you to the same conversations after every game. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, we tried. I thought these guys knew. I thought we had already. No, it isn't working for that reason. So one of those two things has to change.
And this one hurts. I mean, this one hurts more than any game ever. like
I'm not saying like fire Penny. I'm not saying like fire Penny or anything like that. I'm just saying one of those. His style. Either he has to recruit differently or he has to coach differently. One of the two.
Yeah. Texas says people are on Penny because he came in and running his mouth with all the smoke comments and he failed miserably. When does he fail? Okay. When you do that, you open yourself for what you get. I don't think people understand that Penny's on pace to be. He's has the best start of any Tiger basketball coach ever.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people understand that, but he's failed miserably. Okay. Shout out.
I mean, I guess people just looking at the lack of NCAA tournament appearances, but like Anthony said, I mean, he's for the first 3 years, man, he's done better than any coach in Tiger history. So I mean, you got to give him that.
I don't know. I mean, like Josh Pastner won a lot of 20-win seasons and stuff, and you're like, oh, come on, like it's not. I mean, like I get it, like numbers wise, yeah, but it's been disappointing for some of the reasons within his control, some of the reasons not within his control. I'm not having that. I'm not saying fire the guy, but I'm also not saying he's done a spectacular job either. Like it's been disappointing. He did come in with all the smoke. He did come in raising expectation. He did come in talking Final Four. He did come in with all that stuff and hasn't even come close to delivering that.
But isn't our job
in the
as
same
fans,
ballpark?
Isn't our job as fans and media like, okay, Penny, you don't even know what you're doing. I'm excited as you're excited, but we realize it's not realistic. Like, don't we play a part in it to have enough sense to realize, okay, Penny,
are you saying fans are the ones who have to be? No.
I mean,
fans are the ones who are supposed to be.
Coach doesn't come in and talk about he's going to win? Well, we're striving for 18 wins this year, guys.
What fans are supposed to come in and be like and temper the expectations? What are you talking about? Fans are the ones who are supposed to be goofy as hell. And the coach is supposed to temper expectations.
A fan's got to have no sense to know, okay, that's not happening. Like, you're not going to win a championship your first year.
You got this thing all wrong. The coach is not supposed to be one who's be like, oh, my God, I can't believe it. And then, no.
Peter, say something else about Penny. I'm going to come looking for you, bro. It's just going to be that simple. It's just going to be that simple.
I mean, I'm not trying to get God out here. I'm just saying there's just a situation. We just got to be honest. Like, it's just be honest. It's not working.
All right, Tubby
I'm not saying fire the guy. Come on, man.
Texas says Tubby won 20 games also, got fired in 2 years because you knew what the most you're going to get out of Tubby. Tubby was recruiting against Lamono in college for guys. So, I mean, that's why Tubby got up out here because he's recruiting with.
Yeah, but Penny's got 4 or 5-star guys, and they look like 2-star guys.
Attendance wise, man. I mean, something wasn't bringing in fans. I mean, it's just a different situation, man.
But Tubby was recruiting guys that we got this tough matchup. We can just get this kid away from
Texas State.
We get him away from Rose College. He's a Rose College lean, but I think we can get him to come on down the street to the Tigers. We'll be okay.
Yeah, but you tell me. He's turned the ALO into oh no. I mean, it's been terrible.
Hey, bro. But just let's keep in mind that Jamal Johnson, who looked like trash for Auburn in the night, that was like the prize of Tubby's recruiting years. That might have been the best player he recruited here. Was just a guy on Auburn's team. Hey, bro. Respect one second, bro.
Yeah. Isaac, thank you very much.
Appreciate you, man.
Jumping on. Thanks for thanks for the playlist as well, man. We appreciate it.
We're going to keep it riding.
Yeah, man. Keep riding, man. I appreciate y'all having me on, man. And again, man, hope we can get this thing turned around, but it's ugly right now.
Man, I will fight everybody within arm's reach, bro. I promise y'all. Unfortunately, that's just me right now, but that's fine.
When we come back, you got to watch out within arm's reach. If Zach is within arm's reach of Mayor Mike, you know what happened. So he's got to be very careful about that. Mayor Mike's going to join us for his Monday hit. We're going to talk about eating good in the neighborhood.
Yes, sir.
Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ. Listen to us daily on AM 560, 98.5 FM, and 96.1 FM.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Try Vicks VapoCool Drops in Honey Lemon Chill for a fast-acting relief of honey lemon. Not to mention a soothing chill. So remember, Vicks VapoCool Drops are honey lemon and honey lemon. Honey lemon. Yeah, Honey Lemon Chill. Get fast-acting relief with Vicks VapoCool Drops in Honey Lemon Chill. Use as directed.
Kick off your New Year's weekend at the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Thursday, December 31st at 3 o'clock. Top teams from the SEC and Big 12 will be here. We'll be following all of the required health and safety guidelines to provide you the safest conditions possible. So wear your mask and join us at the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. For tickets, call 795-7700 or go to Ticketmaster.com. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office reminds you that fans don't let fans drive drunk.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
cap and a stem, catch a wave on us. Take a shot, make a friend, just enjoy the moment. I'm Luke Skywalking on these haters. Celebrate every day like a birthday.
That's the only part I know.
Hour number 3. I know Splish. That part I know. It is hour number 3 as we continue on a chilly Monday. All right, thanks to Isaac Simpson. We've dissected what's wrong with the Tigers, what's right with the Grizzlies.
Something wrong with y'all. That's what the problem is. Man, the third-year coach, man. Get that man time. But seriously, though, man, like, all jokes aside, Penny's in a weird position. I know we got to get to Mike. Penny's in a weird position because he's a guy who, because of his unique status, because of who he is, he can recruit well over his skill level, well over his experience level. And because of that, he's getting guys that he's not supposed to have as a third-year coach. Got guys he wasn't definitely supposed to get as a first-year coach. And he doesn't really know what he's doing right now. And he's also he doesn't really have guys on his bench who can kind of, he's the big dog in the room. Like, there's nobody there that can kind of say, hey, Penny, stand down on this one, I got it. Like, he doesn't have that guy on his bench. So he's in a weird situation. Like, he's not going to say, well, let me go get some guys from the CBU level guys so that match my coaching ability. Like, he's able to get top-tier talent. But he's not a top-tier coach. So, who else has ever been in that situation? Maybe Passner. And ironically, it was at the same school. You get what I'm saying, though? Because he's not supposed to be getting kids this highly ranked now. Like, that doesn't happen. Doesn't happen at all. So,
yeah.
That means something, though, man. Like, that matters. Like, the fact that that's why it's so frustrating, because you see guys that are, like, stupid athletic. Because even when Calipari was at UMass, he got Marcus Camby, how many years into doing it? I mean, it's not, you don't get these level guys first job. I mean, it just doesn't happen.
It does when you're Penny. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. So that's why it
Mike Miller.
looks so frustrating. Man, Mike Miller. Oh, he done got me started.
Oh, here we go.
He done got me started now. And Mike Miller ain't got nobody to come to Memphis.
I just wanted to say that. I just want to see what happened.
Mike Miller
if I said the magic word, Mike Miller.
Mike Miller got better recruits in Houston than he's got in Memphis. How about that?
Well, I mean, he's a whole agent, so
man, a whole agent at a high school.
Allegedly. All right, let's bring on Zach's friend, friend of the program, and the true, honest to goodness mayor of Westwood. He is Michael Butler Jr., aka Mayor Mike. Good morning, Mike. How are you, man? It's good to have you back. I know you've been extremely busy lately, unfortunately.
Yeah, man.
But I appreciate what you're up to.
Hey, man. How y'all doing, man? Yeah, it's been a little minute, man. I'm great. I can't complain. How y'all been, man?
Making it, brother.
You're just doing
our
best,
right, man. Hey, that's all we can do, man. That's all we can do, man.
That's exactly right.
So I want to switch it up a little bit today. Normally I talk about food, but I want to kind of give some help to the fellas out there today, because we need a lot of help. Women normally have it figured out in life, but we need a little guidance sometimes. So I want to talk about Christmas time, because I know if any fellas out there like me, you haven't got your significant other anything yet because you're waiting till the last minute. It's just what we do, and it's something we should probably change. But I just want to help some fellas out there with maybe some gift ideas. The first thing, which I tell anyone who gives a gift, don't give people something that they need. Give them something that they want. That's the key. That's always the key when giving anything.
Right. And Mike, I tried to get Joy to log off and cut the show off. She won't. So.
yeah, man. I know she's listening intensely.
And she won't turn it off. I just lied to try to get her off the air, but she ain't going. So.
Tell her I'm not on. But, we know if you feel like your wife or girlfriend needs a vacuum cleaner or some pots and pans or even some underwear, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't get her that. Trust me. Because no woman wants to wake up to a vacuum cleaner. And you end up becoming, one of those guys on the Me Too movement. You don't want to be one of those guys. You don't want to be one of those guys. You don't be a poster child for misogyny. For misogyny. You don't want to be that guy. All right. another thing, if your significant other invites you to her family's get together, don't be the guy that doesn't interact with anyone.
Oh man.
You know, you gotta play nice with everybody. Even if her daddy don't like you, you know, play nice with him. You know, this is my tip. Get in good with the mama. If you in with the mama, you in there forever. Just flirt with the mama a little bit.
Flirt with the mama, all right.
Flirt with the mama.
Now don't flirt. Now you know there's a line there also. I just want to point out.
You might want to leave that alone.
There's a line. You know, there's a line. You got to establish that line. You know what I'm saying? Because mama might let you cross it, but you don't go that far. Don't go that far. Come back a little bit. Just a smidge. My dad taught me, you know, early in life to flirt with older women. Always. And as a result of this, in the lunch line, I would get extra food, you know, because I made them feel good about themselves. And that's what you got to do with the mama. They can feel good about themselves. That's all you got to do. It's really simple because daddy's going to follow what mama says all the time. So if mama like you, daddy like you, even if he don't like you. So there you go. All right. And don't show up empty-handed. This is also a carryover from Thanksgiving. Don't show up empty-handed. Show up with a gift, a good gift. And you should be fine. If she wants you to wear matching sweaters for Christmas.
Pajamas.
Pajamas. Go and wear it just for the one time. You know, it's best to just have peace on Christmas Day than to be fighting on Christmas Day. It's just do it. Just do it really quick. Get it over with. Take the picture and get out. All right? Mm-hmm. Don't fight on Christmas Day. That's the worst thing you can do.
Live to fight again. Gotcha. I'm taking notes. Gotcha, Mike. All right.
Yeah, just don't fight on Christmas Day. What else? I'm trying to think of another good one for the fellas. Make sure the gift that you give her this year is better than the gift you gave her the prior year.
Okay.
That is the key. You cannot go.
Okay. That's tough.
Don't go too crazy.
If you have a really good gift, though, that's what you have to
That's why you start small. You build up. You got to build up. With, you know, it's like paying dues.
For all of our listeners who've been together for 50 years with their people, then
yes,
I guess you have to get them like a space shuttle at that point. I don't know.
A ticket to the moon.
At a certain, that's when you switch it up, Pete. You switch it up. You go with gifts from the heart. You write them a letter or something. You know. Now it's priceless. If it's priceless, it's worth more than anything. You know, there's rules to this, but
that's true.
You don't go in too heavy. You know, like all right, don't go in with like a $400 Coach purse this year and then show up with a $100 Pandora bracelet this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You messed up. You messed up because now she feels like she's not worth it anymore. That's not where you want to be in life.
There's some people that are worth diamonds, and some people that are worth cubic zirconium, and there's some people that are worth fake cubic zirconium, plastonium, or whatever. And you have to understand who you're dealing with. Understand your where you are in your relationship. Understand where you are in your relationship. Don't exceed or don't go too low or too high. You know what I mean? Don't.
Yeah, and it's also
because you might scare her. If you go too high, you might scare her off. You know, you don't want to. You got if you're early on, if you give her some insane gift, she might flip out. You got to kind of ease into it a little bit.
You got to ease into it. It's kind of like Thane made a post the other day about a first date he had, and he said it was like $25. Which shout out Thane.
Yeah,
that's in the rule book.
Hey,
$25 is all you need on the first date. That's all you need. If you go in with like a $400 first date, you might scare her off. She might feel like maybe you're trying to buy her or something. You don't want her to feel this.
It ain't
way.
that kind of party. It ain't that kind of party. Free.
It's not that kind of party.
So just go to the park, hang out. That's it. Free.
Go to the park. If you can't get her with just being yourself, then she's not for you. She's not for you.
But Mike, help the players out, man. Mike, what are some good, quick, easy to find, still available last-minute gifts for guys who are out there struggling to try to make something happen for
Okay. Like one thing a Pandora bracelet is a nice gift, sentimental. It won't break the bank.
Pandemic bracelet is not as nice.
Not a pandemic bracelet. You get a pandemic friendship bracelet, you might have problems.
No, that's one of those hospital bracelets when you go to the Black Affair. And you don't want one of those.
Come to the hospital. They'll give you all the pandemic bracelets.
Yeah.
That's right. You don't want one of those.
You get the bracelet that gets you back in the door, and then you have the matching one on the other arm for the hospital.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. A nice. Most women like purses. That's always a great gift.
Mm-hmm.
There's different levels. You don't have to go out and buy, a Birkin bag. You don't have to do all that. There's just too much. But a nice wallet. Women like wallets. A nice a spa package is always welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. Things that women like. Some women like little things to write things down. Women like writing things, something like that, a nice pen. But I also feel like you should get gifts that mean something. Pay attention to your lady. I know she's probably already hinted what she wants all year. You just haven't listened to her. But maybe try to go back through the text messages or something. She dropped a hint and, get that. Just get what they want. Just go with that. Don't try to experiment and think, oh, she might like this. She's not. She's not going to like it. Just get what she wants. Call it a day. And you should be fine.
Yeah.
Make it simple. Keep it simple, stupid.
That's right. That's what it is. Great stuff. Appreciate it, Mayor Mike. Thanks again. I know, like I said, I know you've been busy, so it's nice to hear from you, man. It always makes me feel better.
It's good to be back, man. This whole pandemic thing is crazy, especially here at the hospital. So, yeah, no, man, we're going to make it through. I heard the vaccine showing up, so
yeah, we saw the first recipient got her dose this morning, so they're all around. They're flying around. I saw FedEx flying around with it. It's awesome. They're all going through Memphis, and essential workers like yourself and others are going to get it first, as it should be, quite frankly, and the rest of us schlubs hopefully soon enough. So we appreciate it.
Yep. Trying to get my sticker,
no
man.
doubt, man.
Trying to get my question COVID-19, got my vaccine sticker. I need that.
I hope they give you a sticker when you voted. They give you I've been vaccinated.
Yeah, they got one.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. They're supposed to give you a card. Actually, you're supposed to get a card, believe it or not. That's actually going to really happen.
So is this like a scarlet letter thing?
I think it's supposed to be. I think they talked about for getting on a plane or something, public transportation, to let people know, hey, I've been vaccinated, so don't worry about me.
Okay, can
one
I say
quick
one
thing
thing
before we go. Oh yeah, okay, real quick. I got one question for you. Real fast too.
Okay, one quick thing to the Memphis Jack boys out there, man. Don't rob the FedEx plane of the vaccine, please. Need it. If you rob the Nike train like you've been doing, don't rob the vaccine train. The plane.
Because they hit them for the mask. Because I saw masks in the hood.
Don't get the mask in the vaccine, man. We don't want to have to go to North Memphis to get the vaccine from Pablo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want to do that.
No bootleg vaccines either, by the way. No
COVID-18.
COVID-18 and a half is not the same thing.
Yeah. If someone's selling a COVID vaccine out of the trunk of their car in Winchester, don't buy it.
Yeah,
right?
It might not be the vaccine.
COVID with a K is not the same thing as COVID with a C. Now, what can you help? Within your contacts within the medical community, can we get a study started on the impact of James Harden's beard? We think that there may be some
healing elements,
some immunological effects of James Harden's beard if you sprinkle it in water. I just think there's something. There may be some significant efficacy there. If we just can get that going, that would be great. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, from what I hear, this is just pure doctor talk. I heard that he has the Wakanda gene in it, and it's got a lot of healing factors. But
interesting.
You really
like those flowers, those flowers that are down there. That's
like these weird herbs and stuff that grow out of it.
We got to grow those things. Absolutely.
Yeah. I heard it's made of steel. So I don't know. I don't know how we get it off, man. But how does he get it so perfectly manicured like that?
I don't know. It has to be. That has to be
insane.
Has to get that done.
Especially
at least twice a week.
especially in the dark so much, and in so many clubs. I don't know, how does it keep it going? It's incredible.
Yeah, it's a strip club deflection field. That's what it is.
He's probably got people like Dwight Howard, handling his snake the way that Dwight does. So it's probably very similar in that.
We know how Dwight Howard gets down.
I just hope he's paying his bill. I hope he's paying his beard bill.
That's right. Yeah, I think he is. I think he pays his bills. I think he's never had any complaints about that. All right, Mike, appreciate it, man. Have a good one. We'll talk to you next week.
Man. Good to hear you again.
All right, man.
All right. Michael Butler Jr., Mayor Mike, joining us as he does most Mondays. I put it that way. Not every Monday, but most Mondays when the pandemic allows. Because Mike's in the hospital field himself, so he's been working a little too hard lately. Unfortunately, like many in the healthcare profession are. We appreciate them very much. When we come back, we'll wrap things up. We've still got plenty of other NBA news to get to, plenty of other college football news to get to too. We'll do that as we continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 98.5.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio. We are Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
Rocking around the Kia rides, have a happy holiday. That's right, Mid-South Gossett Kia on the Pike is rocking away at the Kia Holiday Sales Event. Command the season, and gift wrapping is available on your 2020 Kia Forte $142 a month lease, 2021 Kia Soul $148 a month lease, plus 2021 Kia K5 $192 a month lease. All just 36 months, $3149 due at signing. So get them what they really want this season, a new ride from Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today. If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $3149 due at signing, 0 security deposit, $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents excess mileage, Forte ME 29910, MSRP 20,625, Soul M7755682, MSRP 20,315, K5 MG 003,199, MSRP 25,725, includes all manufacturer rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax final license with approved credit warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Offer valid through 12/31/20, dealer stock only.
Everybody could use a little comfort this holiday season, and with Casper's holiday sale, you can give the gift of a cozy bedroom with 10% off site-wide for a limited time. Along with their outrageously comfortable mattresses, Casper makes bed frames, pillows, duvets, blankets, and more to transform any bedroom into a comfort oasis. Do you need a gift idea? Wrap up the calming weighted blanket, smooth silk pillowcases, or a plush foam pillow or two. The Casper dog bed is durable, comfortable, and pup approved. Treat yourself to the ultimate comfort. A supportive and cooling wave hybrid mattress, now 10% off. Only Casper mattresses are made with 86 supportive gel pods to align your spine and eliminate aches and pains. It is the supportive comfort you need to wake up refreshed and ready to go. And as always, Casper offers free shipping and free returns. So give the gift of a better bedroom. Get 10% off everything during Casper's holiday sale right now at Casper.com. Terms and conditions to apply. See Casper.com/terms for more details.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies, we will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Fiveash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Fiveash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing is what we do. We're here for you.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build-your-own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
If ever there was a time for comfort food, this is it. And there's no comfort food like Sunrise on Jefferson. Fresh-made breakfast featuring Sunrise's signature homemade square biscuits or the huge selection of hot, fresh, and fast lunch items are all part of what has always made Sunrise the most comforting of comfort foods in Memphis. Of course, everything that can be done to keep you and the staff safe at Sunrise is a top priority. And you can always order ahead and get delicious Sunrise to go. At a time this confusing, it's good to know there's one thing you can count on: Sunrise.
All 75 months at 3.4%. G4 LHF 129.69. MSRP 17,064. Outlander LZO 423.83. MSRP 26,235. PEV LZO 388.19. MSRP 38.1. Outlander PEV qualifies for a $5,836 federal tax credit. Consult your tax advisor. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax filing license with approved credit. CD for complete details. Offer ends 12/31/2020. Dealer stock only.
Where can you find 0% APR for 60 months, plus up to $1,000 cash back on 2020 crossovers, plus $500 holiday cash, plus payments at $99 a month? We Gossett at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike during the 2020 year-end sales event. 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Buy for $11,749 or $99 a month. 2020 Outlander, $20,571 or $259 a month. Plus, crossover with 4x4 off-road capabilities with 74 MPG. 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV, $25,099 or $299 a month. Not leases, you own them. And Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Get to Gossett Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good. I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
All right, bottles on me, long as someone drink it, never drop the ball. Y'all thinking, making sure the young money ship is never sinking. About to set it all, Jada Pinkett. I shouldn't have drove, tell me how I'm getting home. You too fine to be laying down in bed alone.
Texas says don't be trashing North Memphis. Are we getting into a situation here?
Props to the king of pop, Drake.
I tried to talk over it, but it was not happening.
Right now, I think it's 2 people in the world that could beat Drake at the Versus battle. It's Kanye West and R. Kelly. I think those are only 2 that can get it.
The guy that who was the guy that said years ago I would try to
years ago
that guy
this live, ain't it? Classic.
That guy
years ago. Was this your first time seeing it when I showed you that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I hadn't seen it in a while. It's been a while since I saw it.
What about It's So Cold in the D? Have you ever seen it? It's So Cold in the D?
Yes, yeah. Again, these are. But it's been a while. There's some of my. I mean.
Years ago,
I was hurting for that man. I was hurting for him. It just, you could tell. His brain just locked up completely. It's the greatest. Shout out to everybody. Like I said, I just tweeted this out, but shout out to everybody who realizes now that Marcus Hull's a good passer. Who knew? Mark plays one game for the Lakers, and it's like, this guy can pass.
They're going to be so
passes.
good with Mark.
What are you talking about? Like, what is happening?
Yep.
He's only been doing this for 10 years, literally 10 years.
Yeah, Mark is going to be incredible with that team. I think that was a sneaky, great addition by
it's perfect.
By the Lakers to get him such an upgrade, especially basketball IQ-wise from JaVale McGee. If you decide to start Mark, or if you play AD, whatever you're doing, like Marc Gasol is a huge upgrade. He can knock down threes. Yeah, the Lakers. Yeah,
he doesn't have to. They don't play fast. He doesn't have to run and worry about running up and down.
Y'all get ready to eat
LeBron
them.
Is so smart. All those guys, they cut, they move. It's perfect. I mean,
y'all get ready to eat them. Lucas better than KD comments too. Y'all get ready to eat those up because y'all gonna devour those soon.
Y'all like Jameis Winston devouring those W's.
Yeah, the L for Luka. Eat it up. Because y'all saw KD last night. Y'all saw him. He's back.
He looked great. He looked great. He really did.
Nets
He looked
Lakers
great.
in the finals. It's gonna be
And that was a fun. That's a fun
yeah.
team.
That Nets team
and
is
I
gonna be
love it.
incredible.
I love the fact.
They
I
don't
love
need to
it
do
because
nothing. They don't need to trade for anybody. They're tight, just like
no, it's great because they're not
Yep.
going to win, but they're a perfect villain team. Like you need a team that's a little different. That's a little. And Kyrie with his nonsense and them getting on
sign me
IG
up for
Live
all
and
of it.
talking
Yep.
about all that stuff is just
Yep.
goofy.
Sign me up, man.
It's totally different, so I'm into it. It's like
Yep.
something different. That's great. Fantastic. We got to get out of here, of course. Coming up next, middays. Greg, Eli, they got a breakdown of all the weekend's activities. Plenty of Tiger football, basketball talk, Grizzly talk as well. So you're going to want to stick around for that. Have yourself a great, great Monday.